What's going on? All right, we're live. Got the game on in the background. Let's do it. The chat's going to be a little delayed, or the video's going to be a little delayed, so if I'm delayed in responding to a certain chat, then that's why. Justin is not here yet. If I'm too low, if my audio's too low, let me know. If it's too high, let me know. Okay. Justin, he should be on his way. I don't know for sure if he's coming. There's had some personal family issues. Not issues, but he didn't have a vehicle to drive here, so he's trying to work that out now. Yeah, I can't play the game in behind me because that's illegal, so sorry. If you came here to watch the game, I'm sorry, it can't happen. We can only have it in the background. We can't have it behind us. That's illegal. Welcome, Jason.
What's up? Sorry Justin's not here and I had to fill in for him.
You're the replacement. Justin 2.0.
We had some mega technical difficulties.
Yeah, we first the audio wouldn't work, and then the video wouldn't work, and it was frustrating. No, we don't live in the States. We live in Canada, Eastern Canada, in New Brunswick.
It's like above Maine.
Yeah, it's kind of next to Maine, basically.
I don't know what we did, but somehow we added a lot of delay to the stream, like you said. So it seems like chat's about 20 seconds behind, which is more than normal. So sorry for that.
You guys look yellow. Yeah.
We're using a high-quality webcam right now.
A very high-quality circa 2000.
It's something I've had in a while, and it was actually in a drawer for like 5 years.
Yeah.
But you never know. If we do this on a regular basis, maybe we'll get something a little better.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, we can't put the game in behind us. It's copyright issues. We can't. That's illegal. We can't do that.
Yeah, we're trying to be friendly with YouTube. We're not trying to get on YouTube's bad side.
Andy from the UK, welcome, buddy. Glad you could make it. I have a question. Even though you're a Habs fan, why do you hate the Habs jerseys? I just think that, they haven't really changed in forever, and it's just, I don't know. They're just too plain for me. I just wish, and this is the unpopular opinion, I just wish that they'd change it, and not change it like drastically, just like introduce a little more color or something just a little differently. I like a little change every now and again, so.
Stanley, if we could move the copyright law, we would move that for you.
Yes, we would.
We wouldn't do it for everybody, but definitely for you, but it's not how it works, unfortunately.
Do I like Ilya Kovalchuk? Not as a player, he's not bad, but I don't think he should be allowed back in the NHL. That's for sure. Which team do you like better, Pittsburgh or Ottawa? I personally like Ottawa because I'm so sick and tired of watching Pittsburgh. I've had enough. It's kind of like the Chicago situation where they're in the mix every year, it seems, other than the last 2 years. So all Ottawa for me, and plus they're Canadian and we're Canadian, so I think that's kind of a Canadian thing to cheer for, the only Canadian team left. Mm-hmm. What about you, Pittsburgh or Ottawa?
I'm definitely Ottawa.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Pittsburgh, but you could have said anybody against Pittsburgh, and I would have picked whoever else it was, other than Montreal.
As New Brunswickers, are we going to hear anything about the certain NB team currently playing in the Memorial Cup? I have not watched any junior hockey whatsoever. I don't even know who's playing in the Memorial Cup, and that probably makes me a bad hockey fan, but I don't know. I just don't have time. I wish I did, but I just don't have time, unfortunately. All right. I need Justin.
Yeah, if Justin, if you are watching this secretly, shamefully, I hope you are watching this shamefully, because you should be here. You should have been here like an hour ago.
What do you think Kovalchuk's motivation is for coming back? Probably regret a little bit. I mean, he left the best league in the world in the NHL to go back to.
Well, that's just it. He's not playing in the best league in the world.
Yeah,
I think that's plain simple.
I mean, he's home in Russia, but he's not. He's not capitalizing on his skill, and like you want to be the best of the best. You want to in just normal life, you want to work for the best companies. You don't want to work for any second-rate companies. Not saying that Russia is second-rate, but they kind of are to the NHL. That's just life. That's just how it is. But,
Hat-trick gamer, I am a Bruins fan. I'd like to say I'm proud of it, but I'm half proud of it. I'm really hard on my teams that I like, which is...
Yeah, I think we're kind of both the same way there.
Yeah, like I'm very nitpicky when it comes for the Bruins. Like, they're young. They're, like, the start of the season, I didn't know who half the team was. It was just like, okay, what is this team? It's Providence brought up, but...
I remember watching the Providence Bruins back when the Fredericton Canadians were a thing, and Providence used to come up and play. That was like in the late to mid 90s. That was a while ago. How much longer will Chicago be a cup contender? Well, the way that their scouting system is set up and Stan Bowman in place, I mean, for the next 10 years, I don't know how Chicago is not a cup contending team. Taves and Kane will be there for, I think at least 9 years. I want to say 10, but...
Seems to be a lot of hate about Taves right now, too.
Really?
Yep.
What's going on?
If anyone watches or reads the hockey Reddit, they think he's overpaid for what he does. They say he has... I don't know what the right word is, that basically how good he is basically everything is overrated. His leadership is there, but he doesn't perform for the $10 million.
Dang.
So a lot of Chicago fans want him gone. I mean, I can't comment on that. I don't watch that, but
3 Stanley Cups and you want your captain
that's just
gone?
it.
That's a little I don't know about that.
Like I said, sorry guys, there is a very big delay between the chat and when you see this, so.
What do you think about McAvoy playing with Big Z in the playoffs? As a Boston fan, I'm sure you can chime in here, but
I'm looking forward to McAvoy. I'm looking forward to Big Z being done, to be honest with you. Like, he had an all right playoff, but...
He'll be a good mentor to McAvoy.
He's ready to start selling some real estate.
Yeah.
Literally. Someone asked, congrats on the 1,000 subs, and did you ever think you'd get here? So.
Oh, no, definitely not. I mean, when I first started the channel, the second video I made was a commitment video of what my plan was for the channel. And I said it would be cool to get 500 subscribers by the 1 year mark, which would have been January of 2018. And here we are in May, just under 2,000 subscribers. So, I mean, I'm blown away. I don't even understand it, but I'm very happy.
We got all these people in the chat to thank.
It wouldn't be possible without you guys. What are your favorite teams? My favorite team is Montreal. My second favorite team is San Jose, and my third favorite team is Dallas.
My favorite team is the Bruins, which I said earlier, but I mean, people are going to be coming and going.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I think Dallas must be up there for you, too.
I have a lot of secondary teams I cheer for, really, but...
We have a friend in Dallas who's sent us some hats. So, ever since then, I've watched Dallas, but...
Hat-trick gamer wants to know what my prediction for the finals are and who's going to win. I suck at these, so I don't know who's going to be there and who's going to win. I can tell you what I'd like to see, though. I'd like to see Pittsburgh not there, even though there's Pittsburgh people in this chat. Sorry, but I think Neil said it before. Like, I don't like the same teams winning all the time. I like things being changed up. So I wouldn't mind seeing Nashville make it. And I wouldn't mind seeing Ottawa make it.
That would be awesome.
Is that my favorite matchup? If you had told me before the playoffs started, how would you think of a Nashville-Ottawa Stanley Cup? I would have said,
thumbs down.
No way.
Yeah.
Like, NBC in the States, they don't want that. Hockey Night in Canada, yeah, they're probably okay with that, the one last Canadian team. But, I mean, TV ratings in the States would suck. But So, I would say NBC is praying that Pittsburgh wins the night, and then they finish the series off, and then I guess maybe the Ducks. That's probably what they'd want.
I predicted the Ducks to win the Cup, so even though I want Nashville to win, I can't go back on my prediction of the Ducks. So,
do you like the Thrashers or Jets more?
The Jets for sure, Canadian team, so definitely. Soban Nazir, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. When do you think Marlowe and Thornton will retire? I think they're both just about to hit 40, so pretty soon, but I think they have at least one more year left, maybe two, depending on where they go. I hope they stay in San Jose and they sign them for cheap and make another push, but yeah, their time is coming.
Yeah, he says we need Justin, a fellow Pittsburgh fan.
There's gonna be a lot of...
Yes, you do. We can bash the hell out of Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of Pittsburgh bashing.
But when he comes in, if he does come in, he'll take like 90% of this conversation over and he'll be back in your corner, so you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
Max says, do you remember when the Bruins swept the Pens? I do.
I don't remember that.
4 straight.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I thought we were going to lose that series. My dad is also a Bruins fan.
Was that 2011?
Yep. And I
Second
said...
round?
It was 2011 or 20... Yeah. No, it wasn't 2011 because 2011 they had Game 7 games all series. It must have been the 2013 run.
When do you think Yager will retire? Never. He will never retire. He'll be there until he's 65. Realistically, probably 3 years.
Hockey Boy gave his 3. I like that the Flyers are on there because I actually don't know too many people that cheer for the Flyers.
I know one person who cheers for the Flyers, and that's it.
I know one person that too, and he's an older guy at work that I work with. So I give respect for being a Flyers fan because there's not too many of those around here.
Yager will not retire. He will decompose on the ice with nothing but a stick in his hand, someone said. John Conrad. That's a pro name.
Who do you think for the Calder? Matthews, Lane, or Werenski?
I don't think Laine gets it. I think he definitely is in the conversation, obviously, but I don't know how you can't give it to Matthews.
Yeah, that's what I have to say, too. What's up, Squit Man? The first winner of the post-to-post giveaway.
Squit Man, the winner's circle. Flyers 2018 season prediction? Well, with their pick that they just got, and their already strong young core, and the impressive 10-game winning streak this season, we know that they can do it. It's just a matter of consistency. I think next year they will make a push and might see them in a second or third spot in that Metropolitan Division. What do you guys think about Las Vegas, and how do you think they are going to do next year? I think they're going to be the best expansion team ever. Like if you look back at all the other expansion teams, I think Las Vegas is going to be the best one in the league. In league
I
history.
think that's probably right. I mean, they're trying to make it more fair to them.
Yeah.
But there's only so fair you can be to the other teams in the league, I guess. But I mean, if you're going out there and spending $500 million to bring a new team into the league, and then you're just getting a bunch of third and fourth line players.
When do you think Iginla will retire?
I think he's got a few more years.
I think he does too. He's always in the pursuit of that cup.
I thought for sure he'd be done after this year, and then he said no, he's not done. So
yeah.
I mean,
he still plays with lots of energy and stuff.
He's a worker.
Yeah, much like Yager, in like really good shape for his age and stuff. What do you guys want the expansion team to be located? Where maybe? I think every Canadian wants to see a team in Quebec. More teams in Canada. Yay! I don't know. I'd love to see Seattle get a team.
I think Seattle's
the
probably...
Seattle-Vancouver rivalry
Yeah.
would be incredible for the West Coast.
Problem with Seattle is no one wants to build a rink.
Yeah.
And the rink that they may look at building is built for basketball and not for hockey. So
Kansas City as well.
Yeah.
Maybe there could be a Nashville rivalry there. Oh, Pittsburgh scored. We totally missed it.
Yeah.
There's a game on right here.
We're here to tell you guys what's going on.
You guys gonna have to.
And I seen it in chat first.
There's a fight. Yeah. Oh well. Stupid Pittsburgh.
So I will ask that. There's a couple of Pittsburgh fans in this chat, so I'm going to start asking some questions.
Oh snap!
What do you guys who are Pittsburgh fans? Actually, it doesn't even matter if you're a Pittsburgh fan or not. You can just be a hockey fan. If you're watching this game right now, what do you guys think of Matt Murray starting over Fleury this game?
I wasn't happy about it. As a unbiased.
Like,
person.
yeah, he had a bad game last game, but I mean, the whole team stunk.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I
There's one argument that is you can't lose your job from an injury, which Murray kind of did in a way. But then Fleury picked up that torch and ran with it. So I mean,
wouldn't be where they were without Fleury.
I don't know. So I'm interested for Pittsburgh fans just to see what they think.
Not to run away from that topic, but someone asked way above, and I'm sorry, I don't know who asked it, and I read it, and I was talking about something else. But someone asked, "What do you think of the Johansson injury that happened today?" Or announcement he's out of the playoffs for Nashville. That's tough.
Yeah.
Ryan Kessler will have to find a new person to hate on.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't have a hard problem. Do you think Calgary will get a new arena? I think it's unquestionable that they will. It's only a matter of time, and it's a business, right? So it's going to take some time for that to be worked out. But I can't imagine. There's been so much talk about it recently. I can't imagine it not happening in the next 7 to 8 years.
Would you like to see a Colorado-Detroit Stanley Cup?
I would like to see a Colorado-Detroit.
Absolutely.
There's a rivalry back in the 90s and the early 2000s. That was some great hockey. You think Edmonton wins the Pacific next year? It's very possible. Very, very possible. But I don't know, with teams like Anaheim and San Jose, that's always going to be a really tough division.
Ashton, I would really, really, really like to see the Jets in the playoffs next year.
That'd be incredible. I remember a couple of years ago when they made it. That building was so loud.
Like
it was fun.
Like I've been to Montreal. I've seen games in Montreal at the Bell Center, and I've also been to Boston. But a couple years ago, when you're watching that Jets playoff games on TV and you see all the people just swinging their white towels, that building was rocking.
And it's the smallest building in the league.
I would love to go to one of those games, but it's so far away and so expensive for a plane ticket. It'll never happen, but
the Jets goalie situation, man, if the Jets could solidify a goaltender, that's a scary team. I would have liked to see Scott Darling go to the Winnipeg Jets, and fortunately he was traded to Carolina. Maybe Ante Aranta from the Rangers, or however you want to pronounce his first name. What do you guys think about Little Caesars Arena?
I don't know anything about the arena, but I will tell you we had Little Caesars for supper tonight.
We had Little Caesars about an hour ago.
Like there's a box 10 feet from us on our left. So there's a plug.
There's still a piece of pizza. You can go grab it if you want.
Connor McDavid, the best player in the world.
Arguably, that's probably a correct statement.
If he's not, he will be. If you don't, if you're one of those people that say he's not right now, next year, the year after, I think you are going to say that for sure.
I think the San Jose Sharks do have the best logo in the league. I think it is my favorite logo. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't remember in the video that we made what I picked as my favorite logo, but I'm pretty sure it was San Jose. In total, how many arenas have you guys gone to? I've actually only been to 2: the Air Canada Centre and the Bell Centre. Oh, sorry. I watched Montreal play the Hartford Whalers in the original Montreal Forum back in 1994, but I don't really remember.
That doesn't count
too much of it. So I get only 2 current arenas, and you've been in the
2 for me too.
Bell
I've been
Center,
in Montreal and Boston. Yeah, the Garden, the TD Garden.
Golden Knights taking Fleury. I don't know.
See, late in this season, I thought for sure Fleury was going to the Knights.
I thought so too.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
And then you see what happens with this playoff run. I don't know.
A Dakota team. I don't think North or South Dakota has the population to support an NHL franchise. Geographically, I would like to see a team there, though.
The Spitfires just scored against the Sea Dogs. Damn you, Spitfires! Got to give some love to our St. John team.
I'm going to St. John tomorrow. Shout out St. John. Spitfires, have you ever seen their logo?
Yes.
It's nice.
Yep. Spitfires is also quite a bit more wealthy team than St. John Sea Dogs.
Do you prefer the new Jets logo or the old one? I like both, actually, but I'd probably say the new one, I guess. But there's something pretty nostalgic about the old one.
Yeah, I like the new one, too. Like that jersey that Justin wears sometimes in the stream. It's a very nice jersey.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What Canadian teams do you think will make the playoffs next season? Toronto.
Do you want to know what my bold prediction is, or kind of dumb prediction is?
You think Toronto's going to win the...
I don't
the
think
Atlantic?
Ottawa is going to be in the playoffs next year.
I was thinking the same thing a little bit.
Like, here they are playing right now, wherever you're looking at your TV.
Final Four.
I honestly don't think they're going to be there next year.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry if you're an Ottawa fan, but then, you know what? All playoffs long, people have been saying they don't stand a chance, and here they are. So they're proving us all wrong, so good on them.
If Calgary can figure out their goalie situation, good shot that they'll be in next year too. Vancouver, I don't think so. Toronto, yes. Montreal, who knows?
So, Zach, I think you did say you lived in Pittsburgh, but I was going to say, if you've been to PPG Paints Arena, then you've been to a recent game because that arena's fairly new.
One of my goals, if I ever become rich, if I ever become sponsored, I want to go to every single arena around the league in 1 year, in one season.
That's only going to cost $100,000.
No, I won't be that much.
Man, you get a plane ticket.
No, I'm not going to drive it.
You're going to drive
I'm
it?
going to drive it. I'm going to do the whole big loop all the way around. Yep. Someday I will do it. Justin needs to step it up. Justin does need to step it up.
Justin is dropping the ball, guys, big time.
But they're just too late now. Justin is not coming.
What?
No, Justin's not coming. Sorry to announce that. Justin's not coming. Everybody in the comments, give Justin hell. Tell him that you don't like his face.
You know, the least he could do if he wasn't coming, he could at least show up in front of everyone in chat.
Yeah.
Take it like a man. Maybe he is here. I don't know.
Maybe he is. If he is, I'll make him a moderator. Who do you think will win the Stanley Cup? I'm just gonna say Ducks because I predicted them from the beginning, so I can't choose anyone else.
I'm gonna say Nashville. That's not educated.
Not an uneducated
That is
guess.
a very uneducated guess.
Justin is ugly. Heck yeah. Boo, Justin. Tell Justin he sucks. If I can make it at 2 a.m. in the UK, he can make it.
Andy Seymour, you are way better than Justin, at least right now.
We only talk bad about Justin because we love him. And we want him here.
The only reason we're here is because Justin wanted to do a live stream. You suggested and he said he was down.
No, it wasn't. It was my idea.
Oh. Then you asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said he could.
I talked to you about it before I even told him.
Oh.
We made the decision to do it before I even asked him. Justin is still upset about Ovechkin.
All right, Justin is in the chat. Shout out to Justin, everybody.
Heck yeah.
Even though this is going to be 30 seconds late, but...
All right, can I make him a... whatever.
We'll get it for next time.
I wonder if there's been any new subscribers since we started. Nope.
What do you think about the refs up until halfway through the third in Game 4? Yeah.
Refs...
How about this? What do I think about the refs in general?
Refereeing in general this year has been atrocious. It's been completely inconsistent.
Oh,
it's been very frustrating.
Poor.
I hope in the offseason that the reffing association sits down, has a long discussion with whoever runs it and all the refs, and next year we somehow get a consistent, like, it's not even about like if they're calling like bad calls. I just want them to be consistent. Like if they're gonna call something in one game, call it in the next game. Just be consistent. If it's consistent, the players will adapt, and then things will be fine. But
like I think Elliot Friedman even had an article out saying that the reffing situation is crazy. Like
yeah,
he wants it just to be called the same way. Like I don't know. Like the offsides missed and the goalie interferences that are you don't even know how to call them anymore. Like
how did you make yourself?
And I was listening to a show the other day, and hey, I need the chat.
How'd you make yourself an administrator earlier? I want to make Justin an administrator.
I hacked into your account. And... Anyway, back what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
I don't know. I rudely interrupted you.
Oh, let me think about it. Okay, you talk about something for a minute while I think about it. Sorry, guys.
Why are you wearing a Jays hat? They suck. You're right. The Jays do suck. I'm going to wear...
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back on my topic here. Don't interrupt me now. Okay, so this was discussed, and I've never heard of this before, but I guess it makes sense. They're saying that 28 of the 30 teams have a black book on every ref in the league about what calls he generally makes, how often he overturns his own calls, if he's biased. So they go by a playbook for each ref depending on who's reffing their game, and that influences their decision on whether or not to call their timeout or not.
Dang, that's interesting.
Yeah. And this was like factual guy saying, yes, there are people in the league. 28 of the 30 teams have black books on referees.
That's crazy.
So here's my opinion on that. If this is now a thing, then the reffing is not good enough, right? If you have to have a black book on all the different refs that says this guy won't overturn if I put in a coach's challenge and there's a 66% chance that he's not going to overturn it, so they don't call. I don't know. That blew my mind when I heard that. And I guess it makes sense because, you're trying to get every little advantage you can, but...
Yeah. They shouldn't have to come to that point.
It's... to me, that just shows that the reffing is just not good enough right now.
I don't have a Flames hat. I don't have a Jets hat. I wish I had a hat for every single team. And it is an ongoing process. I'll just show them all. Actually, maybe this won't even show up because it's green screen. It's a Minnesota Wild hat. Ottawa, Detroit, St. Louis.
You set up an invisible hat.
Anaheim.
I want you to pass me that hat.
What hat?
The green hat.
You gonna wear it?
I'm gonna wear it. All right, people.
That's probably won't fit you.
I'm gonna wear a hat.
Not saying you have a big head. It's just I got a weird.
If I put it on backwards, it should cut off the top of my head. So I don't know how long it's going to take for this to show up on the stream, but in like 10 seconds, you're going to have to switch this over.
All dressed up. I'm not dressed up.
I'm not dressed up.
You always wear stuff like that.
These are the kind of shirts I wear because I'm cheap. All right, I'm going to take this hat off just because I don't know what it looked like.
I want to see it.
It's because I popped it. Okay. Stream is so delayed.
It's so delayed.
All right, switch
That is the worst hat I've ever seen wear Edmonton.
It just looks like a black hat.
Yeah. It is like a. That's funny.
Yeah. So, if I put the hat on like this, and then I kind of stand like this, the logo should be here, going right through my head. That's too funny.
What's your favorite American team? My favorite American team is San Jose. They're my second favorite team overall, and then Dallas. And your favorite American team is your favorite team, Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
You didn't bring your Boston jersey.
Nope. I thought about it, but Boston's kind of a love-it-hate-it team. I don't find there's too many people that are just neutral about them.
It triggers me. Do not wear a Ducks hat. It triggers me. I do have a Ducks hat, actually. I don't dare wear it. How do you feel about Don Cherry? Don Cherry, in his prime, about 15 years ago, was a great, great man. And now I find him very frustrating to watch. And I know that a lot of people won't like me saying that, but I don't know. Even Ron McClain gets on my nerves now. And as a person, I really like Ron McClain, but in these pre-game things when he sets up these big Russian proverbs and he sets up these stories and stuff, it's just get to it.
Max says Justin plus Ovechkin equals cutest couple. I agree. By the way, I'm going to throw this out there because hopefully, Justin, you're listening to this with audio and everyone in chat. We have to film a podcast tomorrow morning.
Yes.
We do not have a topic yet. And it is my fault because it's my job to come up with stuff. But for 2 days at the start of the week, I had no internet or TV, which is no excuse, like Neil said. I had Wednesday, Thursday, and today to do it. But right now, we don't have a topic, so we need we need a topic or a couple topics that it's not just something like we can talk about for 5 minutes and move on to the next thing. We need juicy things to talk about that we can dig into. So
Yeah.
if you guys have like we can talk about the playoffs like that are going on right now. But if you guys have like a topic that is like, I don't know, would maybe warrant like a 20-minute discussion or a 25-minute discussion, that'd be great. And we'll definitely take suggestions in the chat. Justin, hopefully you can come up with some stuff too. Because like I said, I missed Monday and Tuesday, and then I kind of had an early night last night, so I actually haven't got to see a whole lot. And I know not necessarily everybody listens to the podcast, but there are the people that do. And it's actually doing pretty good for how... Oh, I'm talking right now.
You gotta wear that.
Talk about the IIHF. We could definitely talk about that. The expansion, we could definitely talk about that.
I like me a good juicy topic.
A couple people have suggested the IIHF.
There, I'm wearing a jersey. Does it look better now? You happy?
Seeing a lot of talks about expansion and IIHF.
Expansion. I love talking expansion. Seattle, Kansas, Quebec. I'd like to see a second Toronto team. I know a lot of people hate on that.
Is there anyone in the chat right now that's in the GTA that is not a Toronto fan? But does that exist? Have you ever heard of that?
I know someone who lives in Toronto who's a Detroit fan. So, across the pond.
Did they move to Toronto? Or were they in Toronto for a while
They
now?
moved to Toronto from here.
Okay.
Are you from Edmonton? No, we are not from Edmonton.
We are from Fredericton.
Even though I have an Edmonton jersey on.
Shout out to Fredericton, New Brunswick. I guarantee you no one in here has heard of that before, except for maybe that guy from Woodstock if he's in here.
Yeah.
But I doubt he's in here.
You need to put your jersey on. Neil, favorite team, Montreal Canadiens. And as soon as they win the Stanley Cup, they will no longer be my favorite team. I know that doesn't make sense, but...
That's a weak reason.
That's how I work.
I can't believe people thought it was dressed up.
That is the best jersey I've ever seen, though he doesn't play. Summerside PEI. Heck yeah.
Hey!
I lived in PEI for 5 years. My parents live in PEI. And I might be moving back to PEI soon.
We won't talk about that.
I know more people from PEI than I do where I live here now.
Do you know that guy? Maybe you do. Maybe that guy's not even a guy.
I know someone by that name, but not with that last name.
I got the Jets jersey going on. This is a nice jersey. I don't rock it very well, but
wear the Ducks hat. You want to wear the Ducks hat? It won't fit my head.
I don't want to wear the Ducks hat because I'm not going for the Ducks. I'm going for the Preds.
You got to do it. You got to do it for the likes.
All right, whoever suggested in chat to wear this hat, I'll do it for you.
If he wears that hat, you need to share the channel with your friends and get us some more subscribers.
Justin says he's going to be riled up for this podcast tomorrow. Good. That's what we need.
Neil, favorite player? My favorite player for a long time was Patrick Waugh when I was a young wee boy. After that, Saku Koivu was my favorite player. And after Saku Koivu retired, nobody. I don't think I have a favorite player.
I have a favorite player, but it's not a superstar.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
Jake Allen?
No. But, shout out to a Fractum boy, Jake Allen. I'm not going to... If he comes over, I'm not going to say, you can't have a can of soup. Like,
someone said, don't take off the hat. I will dislike.
The hat.
Here, you need to wear an Ottawa hat.
This hat probably doesn't fit me. I have a huge head. Yeah, this hat don't fit. My favorite player is Patrice Bergeron, and he is not a superstar.
I would consider him a superstar.
He's not in the top echelon of players, I wouldn't say.
Favorite player on Buffalo?
Like if you had an S rankings for players and then A rankings, I'd probably say Patrice is in an A. I mean, he's a really good face-off man. He's a really good two-way player. He wins the Selke.
Oh, he's a great player. He's the best two-way player in the league.
I think he is. But he's not. He's no Crosby. He's no McDavid. He's no name whoever. But
I can't. It's going too fast.
What did you just click on?
I put someone in timeout because they kept saying naughty words.
Oh. I thought you slowed the chat.
No.
Maxime Lapierre was his favorite player.
Whose?
Steve Bonus.
Oh, I work with Steve. Well, I used to work with Steve.
The Ducks are the Boston Bruins of the Western Conference. You know what? I would agree with that a couple years ago, but the Bruins aren't that kind of team anymore. They're just not.
Back in 2011.
2011, when the Bruins won their cup, they were a really good penalty killing team.
Defensively, there hasn't been a better defensive team than the Bruins since 2011 till now. There hasn't been a better defensive team.
And their power play percentage was abysmal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting in trouble for putting this hat on, so I'm going to put this one back.
People don't like your Ottawa hat?
No, I'm sure they do, but other people don't, so I'm a pushover, guys. If you tell me to do something, I'm probably going to do it.
Here's an unbiased hat from a team that's not even in the playoffs.
No, I'm going to wear this one for a bit, and then I'll switch.
Who is your favorite Canadiens player?
My favorite Canadiens player is one of the newest players.
Who?
Weber.
Yeah?
I'm not a big fan of the old school Canadiens players.
I'm not a big fan of Pacioretty.
I'm not a Pacioretty fan either. No. I thought Cherick killed him that game. Do you remember that when he got hit in the boards?
That was one of the scariest moments I've ever had.
I don't know if anyone in the chat seen that.
Yeah, I watched that live.
It was before they added the rounded glass to where the benches are.
Yeah.
And Cherick just took him in, and he went friggin' face first into the glass/boards, and he was laying on the ice for like 10 minutes. I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I was watching that thinking we were looking at a dead man. I couldn't believe it.
2010 Habs or 2014 Habs? 2010 Habs were a fairy tale team, mainly on the back of Jaro Halak, and not much more than that. So I'd go 2014 Habs, because if Carey Price hadn't got injured, I think that we may have seen history a little differently. Take off the Ducks hat.
Justin's leaving.
Is Antti Ranta on the Rangers the best backup in the NHL? And Alexander Mann wants to know that. I would say possibly. He's within the top two, in my opinion. Him or Scott Darling would be the top two backup goalies in the league. What is your favorite Western team? San Jose. What's your favorite Western team? I guess you never really answered that question earlier.
I don't know. I don't really watch Western games for the most part because they're on so late. So for the people who don't know where we live in New Brunswick, which is like ahead of East Coast.
Yeah.
So if you like live in the States, or like if you look at Maine and like Boston, that's East Coast. If you go like one over, that's Atlantic time. So we're actually 4 hours behind Pacific. So
yeah, 4 hours behind.
So California like if let's say if a game out there starts at 7:30 local time out in, let's say, BC.
Yeah.
That's 11:30 start time for us, so it's hard to watch the West Coast games.
Jason, do you wish Eddie Shore was still on the Bruins?
Eddie Shore? I don't even know who that is.
He's an old timer.
Yeah, that's probably my problem. I will say this though, the Bruins. Remember that penalty kill the Bruins had, and they scored 3 shorthanded goals on 1 penalty kill?
I actually do remember that.
That was incredible.
Yeah, I do remember that. Corey Perry is my favorite player of all time. Please no hate. You know what, Corey? I said this in the video today that we filmed. Corey Perry is doing the job that he's supposed to do. He's supposed to agitate people. He's supposed to get in people's faces. He's supposed to make life difficult for other players. And other players, they hate playing against Corey Perry. When I played hockey, I played against people who played the exact same way. And you just hated going up against those guys because they just annoy the crap out of you. But, he's good at what he does. And
YouTube Perfect wants to know what conference you think is better. That's a tough question.
What conference do I think is better? I think this year it has to be the Metropolitan. I don't think that there's...
That's not a conference, it's a division.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Conference? It seems like it changes every year. I remember a couple of years ago it was unquestionably the Western Conference.
It's funny because before that, you'd say it was the East Coast because of the speed. And then all of a sudden the West Coast got huge and physical, and all of a sudden the West Coast was best. Yeah. And now the East Coast is back to small, fast guys again, and they seem like, I don't know how that works. Doesn't make sense to me.
The New England states want to move to Atlantic time?
Jason does not like the Canadians.
No, Jason does not like the Canadians.
If you are a Bruins fan, you cannot like the Canadians. It's just like him. He cannot like the Bruins.
I like players on
He
the
likes
Bruins.
Torrey Krug. He hates the Bruins.
Yeah, I really like Torrey Krug. But yeah, I have Bruins. Psh. You guys think about the Ducks' overtime goal yesterday? For my prediction's sake, I'm glad that they scored and tied the series, but it was weird because it went off Subban's stick. Did you see that? It was weird. It went off Subban's stick and unintentionally. But
I had an early night last night. He texted me saying, "Are you watching this game?" And I said, "No, I'm having an early night." I was actually in bed already when he texted me. It's been a long week.
Why did you decide on YouTube? Well, I have been watching people on YouTube for a very long time. You know, Fun for Louie, Good Mythical Morning. I watched Casey Neistat for a while. I watched some smaller YouTubers like Ellie is Awesome and people you've never heard of probably.
Why you be like that?
What was he talking about?
I don't know.
All right, so,
Casey Neistat. You're talking about your favorite YouTube people.
Yeah, so I don't watch Casey Neistat anymore, but I got most of my entertainment from YouTube, and you know I've always been a hockey fan. I've watched hockey all my life. We talk hockey at work, talk hockey with my friends, and I thought there's a void on YouTube that's not being filled, and there is some hockey YouTubers and some very, very good hockey YouTubers, and who I watch, you know, a couple times a week, a couple times a month, whatever. You know, they're good, but I felt that I could fill a more technical role, so I decided in December of last year to create a channel, and I uploaded my first video on December 31st. So basically the beginning of this year, and that was the time that I made the decision. How old is Carey Price? I think he's 29.
And we've been trying to, like, if you listen to our podcast, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I know most people didn't, but we've been trying to do something for a while, like YouTube or podcast related, and this just seemed like the perfect thing to do, so.
Yeah. We had an idea. I don't know if I should say the name of the channel or not, but
no,
we had an idea where we would put a bunch of ideas into a certain thing and haul them out and talk about them. So, but
that could be something you do on this channel someday.
It could be.
So
like a quick
We'll leave it at that. Do you like the Sharks? Heck yeah, he likes the Sharks.
I love the Sharks.
But why do you like the Sharks? Because Joe Thornton's beard is this big. That's why he likes the Sharks.
I started to like the Sharks in 2010. I have no idea why. Just for whatever reason, I just decided to watch the Sharks. So I went on NHL.com and I got a Patrick Marleau T-shirt. I ordered it in black and it came in green. And I was pissed off at the NHL.com. And I emailed them. I'm like, what is this? It's like my order says black and this is green. WTF. They're like, oh, sorry. Here's a tracking number. Sticker, whatever, stick it on and send it back, and once we get it, we'll send you the new one. The playoffs were just starting. That would have taken 2 weeks to actually get the right one back, and I emailed them back, and I said, like, don't worry about it, because by the time I get the actual jersey back, San Jose, or the shirt back, San Jose might not even be in the playoffs anymore. So that's when I started, like, even though that's that was a stupid story, that's when I started to like the Sharks. Congrats on 1K. Thanks. Almost 2.
You should post more often. He's trying. He's just got a lot going on right now.
These last 3 weeks, Justin's been working from home, so it's been tough to connect with him. Usually we film on our lunch breaks. However, Justin is back next week, and the month of June, we are going to film a lot. Probably 2 to 3 videos a day will be released, so hopefully you appreciate that. You should get a broadcasting job. If you know anyone hiring, you send them my way.
Yeah.
I'm looking for work. So, do you know who the hockey guy is? He's my other go-to channel. Yeah, I've never met Shannon or talked to him, but he's the most knowledgeable hockey guy I think I've ever watched or listened to. He knows so much. If I know this much about hockey, Shannon is this much. Like, he is so knowledgeable. He's such a great speaker, and I have a lot of respect for the guy, and hopefully I can talk to him someday in the future. Who's your favorite player? I think you said Bergeron, and I don't know mine.
Bergeron's Patrick says, just got here. Who's the other guy? I am not Justin.
This is Justin 2.0.
I'm the guy who likes to be behind the camera.
He's the podcast guy.
I'm the podcast guy.
He hosts our podcast.
I'm not a big in front of camera guy.
Yes, the hockey guy is awesome. He's, like I said, one of the most knowledgeable guys on YouTube, and hopefully I can collab with him someday in the future. If he likes me, I don't even know if he knows who I am. But
I don't think he looks at other channels. I
don't
think you mentioned that before, but.
The Sharks, Stars, Canadians, Blues, and Canucks are my top 5 favorite teams.
Heck wants to know if I like the 1970 Bruins or the 2011 Bruins more. I actually don't. I don't know.
Yeah, 1970 Bruins.
See, I feel the 2000. See, when the Bruins played in 2011, I wasn't real confident they were going to win that year. But I think you could say that any year because that's just kind of the way I am towards my teams. But like 2011 was like no power play, game 7s on every series. Like you were that close to losing. So
yeah.
I mean, they got it done, but ugh.
Someone said get an Instagram. We got an Instagram.
You need to post more on that Instagram.
I post every day.
Oh, well, there you go.
I just started it, but hold on, I'll grab the link. Oh no, what have I done?
You can close that tab.
Oh yeah, this one?
Yeah. What was our test account? We talked briefly about the Johansson injury, I think, or was that off camera? No, that was on camera. Someone asked about that.
Pretty unfortunate. I just mentioned that Kessler will probably have to find someone else to annoy.
Greetings, podcast guy. Greetings.
I think the Sabres will do much better next season, but then again, I've said that the last 3 seasons, and wow, the guy with the Jets jersey looks like Sergei Gonchar. I told you someone said that.
See, do you text me when you got that comment? I think you did. I think it was at work or something. Phone goes off. Neil's laughing his head off. And he says, some guy in the channel said, you look like Sergei Gonchar. And I thought at first he was talking about himself. And I was like, I don't think you look like Sergei Gonchar. And then he starts laughing again. He said, no, you, as in me. And I'm just like, what?
Look at this guy, Travis Amos, in the chat. Travis, you should come over right now. What are you doing? If you're on here watching me, that means that you're not doing anything and you should drive over here.
Travis, we could have carpooled, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Travis Amos in the chat.
Travis Amos is the most knowledgeable guy I know. No offense.
Travis Amos is just a good human being.
He is.
He is.
What a guy.
Like, literally. I'm not even bullcrapping you. Yeah. He's a heart of gold, that guy.
If you could put a team together of players from any era, what players would you pick?
I would pick the last Olympic gold Canadian team.
That's the best answer
What's
going to
top that?
That's, well done.
Like, you'd have to go back to legends against them, maybe. But even then...
Spitfire scored again, 3-0 now. Ooh. Aw, snap. Give me your thoughts on...
Uh-oh. Whew, phone's going off.
Forsberg's tying goal. Incredible. I think I missed a question. I missed a question I wanted to answer. Oh, do you like Colorado's alternate jerseys? The Colorado alternate jersey is my favorite of all jerseys. I have a normal Colorado jersey, but I want the alternate. Someday, I will have it. Who is better, Eichel or Laine? I think Laine is better, in my opinion, although...
Whose attitude do you like better?
Laine. Even though he's cocky, but...
They're both cocky.
Eichel feels a little more entitled to me. I'd like to see Eichel play a full season without injury.
Fire Hero, I like the Predators. He likes the Ducks.
Oh, I like the Predators more.
But you think the Ducks are going to do it?
But I predicted the Ducks to win, so I have to stay with that prediction.
See, I'm not making a prediction. I just want Nashville to win.
I hope the Predators win.
And if Nashville's announcer is watching this, you need to get a grip. Let those AAA stars sing that anthem.
Who's your favorite goalie?
Who's my favorite goalie?
Don't say Tuukka Rask.
No, it's definitely not Tuukka Rask. It's probably got to be Carey Price. I hate saying that being a Canadiens fan, but if you could say what goalie do you want on the Bruins, Carey Price.
Yeah, Carey Price.
So that answers the question.
Yeah, I'd have to say Carey Price too, I guess.
Matthews versus McDavid. It's McDavid all day long, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, Matthews is great.
Who is the most underrated player right now? I've been saying it all year. I'll say it again, and I'll say it in the future. Rickard Rakell.
Do you think the Oilers can win a Stanley Cup in the next 5 years? Him and Justin on the podcast last week? Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah, last week.
I asked the question, do you think a Canadian team, so this is any Canadian team in the next 5 years, will win the Stanley Cup? And both of them said no. But I think Justin said that if one of them was to do it, it would be the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, and I think I said Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah, you said you'd like to see Winnipeg. Everybody would like to see Winnipeg.
Yeah. We're too far. Let's change this.
I'm good. You're just a little close to me or something. You're hugging the middle.
No, we need to move the table up some a little bit. There we go. That's better.
The 25-second delay doesn't help.
What jersey is your favorite? The Colorado 3rd jersey. It's my favorite.
What do I think about the alternate Colorado jerseys?
Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, they're kind of like the Metro kind of design ones, aren't they?
Yeah, it's got like the
shapes and stuff. Yeah. No, I think that's a pretty good jersey. Yeah, it's way better than the Boston jersey.
Do you guys think that Toronto has the potential for a dynasty over the next 15 years? Nope, I don't think any team has it.
I don't think any team has.
Not in today's NHL.
No.
No.
You see Chicago going out in the first round like that, and that answers that.
Do I think Toronto will win the Cup in the next 15 years? I do.
I think Toronto is going to win the Stanley Cup before any other Toronto sports team wins their thing.
We had the conversation a couple weeks ago.
Blue Jays, Raptors. I know this is hockey talk. Sorry, guys, but Toronto Maple Leafs are definitely going to win. Maybe the soccer team may win before they do, but
damn, Pittsburgh scored. I think it was friggin' Sidney Crosby. I like Sidney Crosby as a player, but darn, I hate the Penguins.
Ducks fan thinks the Oilers will win 2 cups in the next 5 years.
Oh, snap.
When do you think the Leafs will win the Stanley Cup? It's impossible to say, really.
I'm going to say 6 years. I like the old Ducks logo more just because I'm a nostalgic person.
Steve Bonus asks, who are your favorite hockey personalities that aren't players and coaches, broadcasters, talking heads? We had this talk in the second podcast episode with your dad.
Yeah.
Doc Emmerich is high on all our lists.
Doc is the man. Doc is the man.
Like, we're from Canada watching an NBC broadcast, and we're thinking he's awesome.
Shout out to Steve and St. John. Who do you think will win the Cup this year and next year? I'm going to choose the Ducks this year and stick with my prediction. And next year, I'm going to say Buffalo Sabres. Not just joking.
Underhill Brothers, yes, we are from New Brunswick, Canada.
Yes, we are from New Brunswick, Canada.
Do you think Eichel is a bust?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he's... I'd like to see him play a full season that he's not injured.
How many times will the Capitals break my heart before I die? I wish Justin was here to answer that question.
Yeah. I feel bad for you, Stanley. So frustrating. Who do you think is the cockiest player in the league besides Ovechkin? Maybe Laine or Eichel?
I don't know.
Kessler? I don't know.
There's a lot of people you could put in that list.
Subban? I don't know. So many questions.
Can Nashville make it to the finals? I think they can.
Yeah.
I mean, he predicted that they won't, but I want them to. I'm not saying they will, but I think they could. Predict the 2020 Stanley Cup final.
What?
I'm going to say... no, I have no idea. It's impossible.
Predict the 2020 Stanley Cup final. I don't think I can do that. 3 years away. Philadelphia and Philadelphia and Edmonton.
Fire Hero says, do you think the Ducks are too dirty? I say yes.
Yeah, they get away with a lot.
They are getting away with too much right now, in my opinion. I think they're letting it go a little bit. If you weren't here when we first started this, we had the whole ref conversation. I think the reffing is not where it needs to be right now.
From the Miramichi? No, we don't live in the Miramichi, but grew up in the Miramichi.
I didn't. I've been here. People go fishing on the Miramichi.
Oh, yes, boys. They're in the old Miramichi there. Catch your salmon there, what?
What do you think of the Vegas Golden Knights goal horn? I haven't heard it.
The Vegas Golden Knights have a goal horn?
I haven't heard it.
Do we need to go listen to it?
No, not right now. We'll listen to it later, though.
Yeah, the Devils will draft Nolan Patrick.
I would say
but
99% sure they're going to draft Nolan Patrick.
I can help with all the questions. Send them to me.
All right, Nick is now our assistant.
Best song about hockey. Oh, man. I think it's Tom Connors is... I got to throw him out there for his classic in the 90s.
Isn't there an old Calgary Flames video out there where the Calgary Flames players are singing a song and like doing a weird dance? It's in my head. If there's
I don't know what you're talking
If there's any Calgary Flames fans in the chat, let me know. 'Cause it's like old. It's like from the early 90s or maybe even the 80s.
Stanley Cup Finals match at 2075. Seattle and I don't know, Pensacola, Florida.
2075, it'll be too warm for there to be hockey rinks.
Favorite hockey film? I'm gonna let you answer first. My answer you might not know. I don't know if you've seen it.
Say it first.
I think it's called Mystery Alaska.
Okay.
And if I don't know the name of it, that doesn't sound good, but...
Mystery Alaska is a Discovery show.
No.
Yeah, it is.
What's it called then? This is like 20 years ago. And I haven't seen it since then.
I don't know.
I haven't seen the hockey movies.
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's called Mystery Alaska.
I honestly don't know my favorite hockey. There's a few of them, but...
I mean, Mighty Ducks has got to be up there, but...
I mean, Mighty Ducks there. Slapshot's there.
Slapshot.
Miracle on Ice. I don't know. I can't say there's like a hockey movie that I play every few years just to rewatch it.
Should the NHL put a team overseas? It'll never happen, ever.
No.
There's no way. It's due to the time.
Do we know what shinny is? Yeah, we know what shinny is.
Shinny? Where did you see that?
Super something. I can't read. The screen's too far away.
Can I make this bigger? Oh, snap.
A lot of no's in the chat for the NHL overseas.
Do you think Carey Price will get traded? No, I don't. If you guys have Instagram, go follow me over there on Instagram. Posting all the time. Mystery Alaska. Heck yeah, Steve.
Way to go, Steve Bonus.
Steve from St. John.
Oh, Mystery, Alaska.
Whatever.
Mystery Alaska.
Mystery Alaska. What do you guys think about the Sea Dogs?
Goon.
Goon.
What do you think about the Sea Dogs?
Someone actually did dislike it. Sea Dogs, it's been a long time since I've seen Sea Dogs play.
Last time I seen Sea Dogs play, they had Jonathan Huberdeau on the team still.
It's been a long time since I've seen a junior game. I used to be the photographer, or a partial photographer for the Charlottetown Islanders, or Charlottetown Rocket, back when they were the Rocket. That was the last time I saw a junior game. It was like 4 years ago. Who would win the Conn Smythe from each team? Getzlav, Carlson, Fleury, even though he's not playing tonight, and I have to say Ryan Ellis. What did the Calgary song is Darude Sandstorm?
I'm going to try to find that video.
My favorite Canadian show, Trailer Park Boys.
Apparently corner gas is like a huge thing in
and
the States.
Letterkenny. I've heard so many huge things about Letterkenny, and I want to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I hate Jason and Justin, and I like Neil teams because Neil's teams are the best.
Hey, Von Hook, that's not very nice. I'm a little sad now. That's all right.
Do you guys think humans will play hockey with aliens?
Dangle McDangleson.
Yeah, you bet. Who is better, McDavid or Crosby? I still think Crosby's better right now, but McDavid will be soon. Do you think St. Louis Blues will trade Tarasenko? Tarasenko's got a bit of an attitude on him. And he had that attitude towards Hitchcock, which could have been a contributing factor to Hitchcock being fired this year. So based on Hitchcock leaving, I'm going to say no. And they hold on to Tarasenko. Where's Neil? Neil's right here.
Huberdeau was in St. John for game one. That's awesome that he got an ovation.
Who is your favorite Jets player? I really like Scheifele. I watched a lot of
Scheifele's awesome.
Scheifele this year, yeah. What's the worst goal horn? Jeez, I'm trying to remember.
Washington's.
Oh, with the
it's like the sirens, yeah.
Yeah, Washington's, yeah. Holy shit, they're making a Cars 3. What franchise player is most likely to ever be traded?
To never be traded? Or ever be traded?
Probably Sidney Crosby. Unless he requests it. Is Murray in right now? Yeah, as far as I know. Who has the best hands in the NHL? Samuel McCain? That's a tough question, buddy.
Justin is not here. He was in the chat a bit ago, but I think he may have gone to bed or...
I think he's watching the game.
Oh. He needs to have total focus on his Penguins.
Yeah, he can't.
He doesn't even have time for us.
He can't do this and watch the game. The best hands? Oh. After watching Nashville, I might have to say Philip Forsberg. 3-0. What the frig?
Well, we're about halfway through this game, and it's never over, but...
McDavid or Tarasenko? I'll take McDavid. How old is Carey Price? I think he's 29. Don't quote me on that. Will the Habs trade Sergachev? I hope so. That's probably not the answer that people want to hear, but...
Shout out to Hat Trick Gamer from Neil's mom. I love Neil's mom.
Hat Trick Gamer. What did he say? So you guys play NHL 2017. I wish I had NHL 2017, but no, I don't.
We have 2015.
We used to play it quite often.
And it had so few features compared to 14. Like, it was the first, not to get all nerdy on you, but it was the first new thing for PS4 and Xbox One. And the game was fine, but all the features were left out, so that kind of burned us both, I think.
Sammy Vatanen's trade value?
So we got Neil's mom in chat. We got Travis in chat. If Neil's mom's in chat, that means Neil's dad's probably in chat. So shout out to them.
Maybe.
If people have watched these videos on YouTube, you know.
Put the Ducks hat back on. That one's it. When do you think it'll be the next time the Bruins win the Stanley Cup? I'm going to leave this question to you, since you're the Bruins fan.
I don't know. I think it's a while.
What are your thoughts on Jonathan Drouin? Do you think he's a bust? I think Jonathan Drouin had a phenomenal season this year.
I think it's funny that Peter Chiarelli is going to be in the conversation for GM of the Year, but the reason he was kicked out of Boston was because of how poorly he managed the cap.
Yeah.
So I think Boston's not in a great situation right now. They really just have a bunch of young guys that need to get better, and the cap space isn't there. So
they have a signed Philip Forsberg puck. That's awesome. Do you think the Avs should trade Matt Duchene?
Brent Taylor in the chat.
Do you think the Avs should trade Matt Duchene?
I don't know. I don't know what the Avalanche need. That's a tough question.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna say no. I think they should keep him.
Do we feel bad for Fleury? Heck yeah, we feel bad for Fleury.
I feel terrible for Fleury. You should be in net. I guess not that it really matters if they're winning 3-0. But what's up, Goldfish Gaming? Locals. Travis, you're still talking in chat, which means you're not driving here, which means I don't like your decision making. You should be on your way here.
Hey, Travis. 8:30 tomorrow morning. Come on the podcast.
Yeah, get up.
I literally live
8:30.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Well, you keep making it earlier all the time.
No, it's always been 8.
Oh.
Who's your favorite team? Montreal Canadiens, Boston Bruins.
I think we need to see you guys drop the gloves and go at it. There won't be anything left to him, Squid Man, so there's no more giveaways.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Franchise player is most likely to be traded after what happened this year, probably Ovechkin.
Fire Hero says, what happened to Fleury? He had one bad game and it looks like they switched.
One bad of a half a period.
So
one bad half a period. Do you guys smoke cannabis since you're Canadian? No, I've never once smoked weed.
I am the most boring person ever.
I don't even drink.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. Take that for what it's worth.
We are in the Atlantic time zone.
Do you guys like hockey?
Do you like?
Oh, do you like Hockey Guy?
Yep, I like Shannon very much.
Yeah,
we said this earlier. He's one of the smartest, if not the smartest hockey person I've ever watched.
Smith Meadows, we are in Atlantic time, so that's 4 hours ahead of Pacific time. That's 1 hour ahead of Eastern time. If you're overseas somewhere, I don't know how that GMT stuff works. I think we're GMT -4 or +4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're AST -4.
Tyler Sagan should still be a Bruin. So should Johnny Boychuk.
Travis, get out of your 90 nights and come on over here.
Well, when the podcast goes tomorrow morning, you can wear your nighty nights.
Jamie Benn. I love Jamie Benn. He's my favorite Dallas player.
Do you think Jordan Eberle should be traded?
Yep.
Jordan Eberle needs a fresh start, I think.
Do you guys think Gibson has potential to be a superstar goalie? I think Gibson is playing like a superstar goalie right now. I think he's very underrated. Neil, do you like every Canadian team? Leafs hat, Oilers jersey, Montreal favorite team. I support all teams. I like to see success from every team. The Canadian team I like the least would probably have to be Vancouver, and then Toronto, and then Ottawa, and then Winnipeg, and then Edmonton, and then Calgary, and then Montreal. That's my order of worst to best.
Do you think Gibson has the potential to be a superstar goalie? Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cringy is Pierre Maguire?
When he gets talking about how thick people's legs are and how dashing people's smiles are and stuff, he's poor Pierre Maguire.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that. I'm gonna.
Do you think Donald Trump will play hockey? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is the St. Louis Blues goal horn? I don't even remember it.
I don't remember.
I remember liking it, but I don't know, 7.
Do you think the New York Islanders will go back to their old arena? I don't know if they can they? Didn't we talk about this before?
Yeah, there's some legal issues.
It's not fresh in my mind anymore, but I thought there was a reason. Wasn't it? Didn't they deem it like unsafe or unfit or something? I can't remember.
Will you ever do a post-to-post hockey pool? We are currently doing a post-to-post playoff hockey pool on Sportsnet. Who wins the cup sooner, Kings or Sharks? I'm going to say Sharks. Fire me a text tomorrow. If I text you tomorrow morning, Travis, at 7:30 when I get up, you going to answer?
Everybody in chat, please type, Travis, come to the podcast tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Show him you love him and you want him to come.
Yeah.
He literally lives, 45 seconds from me?
Or less.
Or less. Like, he used to live, 10 seconds from me. Now it's, 45 seconds, so. If you get up that early, come on over.
How's your guys' day been? How was your day?
It was all right.
My day was okay. Fridays are always good.
Thanks for asking, gamer dude.
Yeah. They never will, but if they did, would you guys like the Devils if they changed their trap style of play? Absolutely. And they already kind of started to change it a little bit, but yeah. Poor Devils.
I love it. You guys are the best.
Yeah. Give Travis the business.
So, again, I'm going to ask this in case anyone's new that listens to the podcast. We don't have anything officially planned yet. We asked this question, I don't know how long ago, maybe an hour ago.
Yeah, it's about an hour
and
ago.
We're looking for suggestions for things to talk about, juicy things we can talk about for 20 minutes or so each. And people suggested the IIHF. And what was the other one? Do you remember? I should write these down.
Expansion.
Expansion. But if you guys can think of anything that you'd like to see talked about, let us know.
Who will the Pens protect, Fleury or Murray? I think they have to protect Murray. Fleury's beyond his prime, and does the word moist freak you guys out?
No way, not this guy.
Absolutely, I love the word moist.
This guy loves that word.
And especially dank as well. I like the word dank.
I feel like not John Scott is someone you know.
Not John Scott? I don't know. I'm sure there's people I know trolling me in here. Who knows?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, gamer dude.
What? Why does every day suck for you? Do you think Dougie Hamilton is stupid? No?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that.
Do you think Matt Murray should be a nominee for the Colliner?
A nominee for the Calder.
No, I don't. Talk about expansion.
What is the next city to get a team according to you guys? It's going to be a West Coast city. There's no doubt about it.
They need to balance it out, so...
I think it's going to be a bit.
Just need to check something real quick.
Because, I mean, if you're spending $500 million for a new franchise and you know you're not going to be great starting off...
Quebec will get a team eventually. You see, the problem right now is the Canadian dollar. Because I think the Canadian dollar is like 0.74 of the US dollar. And it's just, I mean, there's salary cap issues. Teams pay players in US dollars. Mm-hmm. So if you're a Canadian team... You're paying your players in U.S. dollars, but your money's Canadian, so you need to convert it. So if you're Austin Matthews and in 5 years from now he's making $10 million U.S., well, that might be $13.5 million Canadian.
And I think over 60% of hockey, what do they call it? HHR, hockey, what? Maybe it's HRR, I don't know.
Yeah.
The revenue generated by hockey, over 60% of it is made in Canada.
Yeah.
But and like only a small portion of the teams are here, so...
Will Dallas keep their draft pick or trade it? Well, actually, I heard that, what's his name? Jim Nill or something? I think that's their GM. Mm-hmm. He said today that he would consider trading his draft pick. So to me, that makes me feel like they're all in, and they'll be contending pretty soon if he's willing to get rid of that. That's pretty cool. Yo, I love this channel.
I think the NHL will ever collapse like the WHA. No, I don't think so. The only thing I worry about is the NHL gets too big, like too many teams, and it dilutes it too much. But
Gamer Dude says, every day sucks for me because I have nothing in life to look forward to. And even worse, I know that no one will ever care to remember my birthday, which is coming up really soon.
Aw, Gamer Dude.
Well, happy pre-birthday.
If we had candles, we'd light them for you, but he probably doesn't.
I don't know what day your birthday's on, but if you leave a comment on one of my videos on your birthday, I will say happy birthday to you back on your birthday, if that makes sense. When do I think the Leafs will win the cup?
Gary Bettman, but I don't like Canada. That's an awesome account.
Is South Park's representation of Canada accurate? I don't watch South Park, actually, but I've seen a few clips.
It's probably accurate.
Heck yeah, Ottawa scored. Take that, Justin.
Someone asked if we own a Dallas Stars hat. NHL vids. We both do. He has one here. Mine's at my house. I actually almost always wear that hat now. But I didn't wear a hat over here today, so if I did, I'd be wearing it right now.
Boom. Dallas Stars hat. Yeah, we do have the game on in the background here. It's off to the right, so... What a tip. Clark MacArthur, clutch. Oh, I've done something terrible.
Who's got the best playoff beard?
The best playoff beard? Nick Bonino has quite a beard, but he's had it for a while. It's not a playoff beard. It's definitely not Crosby. I hate Justin.
Are we fans of Austin Matthews? I think we are. I think that's safe to say.
I'm a huge fan of Austin Matthews. I had the lucky fortune of seeing him play this year. It was awesome. How long have you been a Dallas Stars fan? I'd probably say like 3 years. I've been.
We've got an internet friend who lives in Texas, and he actually sent us our hats.
An internet friend. He's not an internet friend. We met him in real life.
We met him in real life, but we met him on the internet.
Yeah.
And then we took a vacation together and met him. And
who would be the next Canadian team to win Stanley Cup if the Sens get eliminated? If Winnipeg Jets can solidify a goaltender, my pick is Winnipeg.
Hey, don't answer this question, but William asked, who's the best mascot? And that's coincidental that he asked that. Why is that coincidental, Neil?
Well, because me and Justin filmed a video today on ranking the NHL mascots. I haven't edited it yet, but it should be done Monday night. I don't think there's any videos going up tomorrow, unfortunately. No, there's not. And Sunday's the podcast, and Monday night will be the mascot video. Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer that Justin's not here because there's a lot of questions people are asking him.
Yeah.
He is going to be with us for the podcast tomorrow, so just hopefully you can listen to that on Sunday when we put it out. I know it's not the best option, but he couldn't be here, so.
I like this. Do you think McDavid should have got the fastest skater award because Larkin got a head start? I would have liked him to do it exactly the same. Yes, Wild Wing is awesome. I said it in the video, so spoiler alert, but Wild Wing is my favorite mascot. Do you know what he looks like?
You can't say who your favorite mascot is before you put a video out.
Well, too bad. I just did it.
All right.
Have you seen him?
See all you people that are in the chat right now? You just got a sneak peek at something.
Sneak peek. Why can't I see that? There we go.
Just be careful what you do because it may kill this,
For the network?
Yeah. Show me later. All right.
Too late.
He's going to show me this Wild Wing.
That's Wild Wing.
That is an aggressive looking mascot.
I know, it's awesome.
That legit looks like out of the Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah. Everybody right now look up Wild Wing. Anaheim Ducks mascot. Here, I'm just going to run through them real quick.
No, I don't want to see them. I'll wait for the video.
Not too late.
I want to read the chat. That's funny because, he mentioned that they did the mascot video today, and then I seen that question. I was just like, oh.
I like your channel.
Do you guys own any Bruins stuff at all? I have a Bruins jersey and a Bruins hat.
Do you guys like the Ducks?
And a Bruins tie.
You have a Bruins tie?
Yeah, Dad and I watch the Bruins games. I usually go to his house in the playoffs. And actually I have a pair of Bruins pajamas too. And you wear the Bruins jersey, you wear the Bruins hat, and then you wrap the tie around, you wear the Bruins tie, and then you rub it.
Whatever, you rub it.
And you rub the tie for good luck. I'm not joking. You rub that tie for good luck, and unfortunately it just wasn't enough this year. Who will be the next team to redesign their jerseys?
That's a great question.
That's a good
Who
question.
asked that? I'm going to say the New Jersey Devils.
I think there are some teams that, I guess Toronto did redo theirs. It's not a whole lot different, but it is a little different.
It was a rebranding, yeah, for sure.
I have a feeling Bruins and Canadians,
the Bruins have tried it so many times recently.
But they haven't turned out. And I don't even really like the circle logo.
The Canadians will never do it. They haven't done it now. They'll never do it. Phoenix won't. They just kind of redid theirs.
Can Carey Price win the Habs a cup? By Anonymous 123.
If Carey Price could have won the Habs the cup, he would have done it this year.
I'm going to ask a different version of that question. Do you think Carey Price is going to be the greatest goaltender of all time who does not win a cup?
Yep.
I think
Yep.
I think
absolutely.
so too.
Yep. Definitely. Do you think Marchand should be suspended for a while because of all his cheap hits? Well, you can't do that, but yeah.
What would you do if your dad spilled something on your Bruins jersey?
I'd clap.
You'd clap.
I'd clap. Good job.
We usually have
Papa Jason.
we usually have homemade wings and a beverage.
Your dad's wings are pretty good.
They are very
And I don't
good.
even really like wings
They
that much.
are very good.
Yeah.
They're
I've never had
you buy them
better
at
wings.
Costco. They're like the big package of thick wings, and then he puts Franks on them. I think he puts some sort of shake and bake, something on them, and then he also puts in some sort of barbecue glaze, and they are fantastic. And if that got on my jersey, I'd be a little sad, but I'd still be happy that I was eating those wings. So,
You guys think the Leafs will win the Stanley Cup in the next 5 years? I'm going to say 6 at the earliest.
do you think the Hurricanes will relocate? I don't know. I thought a few years ago they might, but
I hope so.
from everything I've been hearing lately, the word is no. Carolina, Quebec City. I've definitely seen a few people suggest that.
Do you like Costco? Yeah? I like Costco. I like Costco when it's not busy.
I think that's how delayed our chat is. They're just getting the wings conversation now.
Yeah. It's like there's a good 20-second delay.
Do you Polaris suspended? I assume he's talking about Blue Jays. We weren't going to get into that. This is a hockey channel, but I think you pretty much have to agree with that.
Look at it.
Would you say that... Okay, I should read that question. So if I say that Carey Price would be the greatest goalie of all time not to win the Stanley Cup, would you say that about Lundqvist and Holtby too? I think Carey Price is better than the other two guys. The other two guys are obviously very good.
They definitely be in the conversation, but yeah.
Carey Price cannot go down as the greatest goaltender of all time if he does not win a cup. And the Penguins... Oh, that's just recapping. What? Okay. Whew, I thought that was another goal.
Who is the best young defenseman under 25?
See, I can't answer those questions. I don't know.
That's a tough question. As far as two-way game goes, let me confirm an age here. Yeah, I'd say Aaron Ekblad. As far as two-way game goes.
We don't have Chick-fil-A here.
I love Chick-fil-A. I wish we did.
We went to Chick-fil-A when we were in Florida, though, didn't we?
We did go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, see, the guy that gave us our Texas hats, our Dallas hats, he's a huge Chick-fil-A fan, so he took us to Chick-fil-A, and it was pretty good. But where we live, at least, I don't know, maybe other places in Canada have them, but there's none around here for sure.
Will Jaromir Jagr retire next season?
Not a chance.
Nope. What is the Dream Cup final matchup for you? San Jose versus Montreal.
See, for me, I think this was last year. I don't think this is this year. But last year, I really wanted to see Washington and Dallas play. I thought that would have been a really good Stanley Cup final.
Do you have Taco Bell? Yeah, we have Taco Bell. It's not really...
I'm not a Taco Bell fan at all.
I don't really like Taco Bell that much.
Tim Hortons,
heck yeah.
Tim Hortons is kind of overrated now, though. They got bought out by the Burger King guys, I think. I don't know why this is turning into a food conversation, but anyway, they switched their coffee supplier and they switched a bunch of stuff, so they saved money. And
what do you think of Mary Brown's? Would you like to answer that?
What do you think? No, I think you need to answer this. Neil is a chicken guy. For everyone who doesn't know,
I had Mary Brown's today.
Neil has Mary Brown's quite frequently.
I love Mary Brown's.
Do you think the Golden Knights will have a good first season?
I think they'll have the best first season of any expansion team.
That's a fair way to answer that, I think.
I don't know how well that's going to be, but...
I'm predicting around a 500 team. I don't think they'll finish last.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be...
I think they'll surprise some people.
I think they're going to be in the low 20s. I really like who they have for a GM and a coach, though. I think that's...
They've made some really great decisions.
So,
yeah.
I think you give them a few years and it's going to be a good team to watch for sure.
Yeah, would you rather have Torrey Krug or Rickard Raquel? Raquel, any day of the week. No one.
What's up, Ray Dog?
Best legs in town.
Got to get the taters too. See, I'm not a taters guy. I get fries. I'm gonna get hate on that for now.
I still don't understand that.
We go to Mary Brown's and
you get fries.
I'm the only one who gets fries because I can eat a couple taters, but I just get sick of them. I can't eat a full thing of taters.
Will Oscar Klefbom become the next Victor Hedman? I don't know. I'm gonna say no, but Atlanta will get an NHL team. Not a chance. They're done. They've tried twice before. Atlanta Flames, Atlanta Thrashers. Not happening.
That guy on YouTube says, do you think there'll be another expansion soon since there's 31 teams now? I think the NHL wants there to be another one to balance that out, 16 on each side. But there's no clear destination on the West Coast yet. So I think it's going to be a bit...
Oh, well, Sea Dogs came back. Made it 3-2, but they lost. I'm from Michigan. Who do you think my favorite team is? I'm going to guess Detroit, but... Travis Amos. Travis Amos, get over here, would you?
Travis is the man. I know I've said that, but
Yeah, he gets fries from Mary Brown's. I don't understand.
I don't go to Mary Brown's a whole lot.
What is your favorite team jersey? I said this earlier. Mine is the Colorado 3rd jersey. What's your favorite jersey? I'm going to interrupt you again. I really like the San Jose Sharks Stadium Series jersey from 2 years ago, I think.
I honestly don't know.
Seattle should get a team. Absolutely. Do you think the Nordiques will return? Yeah, I do think the Nordiques will return. We mentioned this earlier. It's just one of the biggest issues is the Canadian dollar right now. It's suffering.
Yeah, Seattle needs to get a team.
Seattle needs a team.
And then someone has to move.
The West needs a team.
I don't think Quebec's going to get an expansion team. I think they're going to get a team that's not doing well moving there.
Yeah.
And Gary Bettman does not do that unless it's absolutely necessary. So,
do you feel like they should give Cincinnati a chance in the NHL?
I have no idea what the Cincinnati market's like, so I can't answer that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the financial state of that city is in, so I don't know.
Like, I'm going to ask these guys. Like, I think we have a lot of Americans in chat. I think that's fair to say, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys get your hockey coverage? Like,
you mean like NBC or?
Yeah, like from what I understand, ESPN doesn't cover hockey at all, right? Like and if they do, I guess it's very rare. But a couple years ago, I know it was like non-existent.
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Like here in Canada, you can turn on. We have 2 major sports nets here. We have Sportsnet and TSN, and almost any time of the day you can turn that on. They're gonna be talking about hockey if it's hockey season.
Yeah, and like because you have sports, you pay for Bell Fiber Op, you get to log on to sportsnet.ca and watch hockey whenever you want. You can go on your computer, you can go on your phone and watch hockey. I'm curious if they have something like that as well in the States with their network.
Like when we went to vacationing in Florida, I think Tampa was playing against Montreal in the playoffs, were they not? That was a couple years ago now.
Yeah, it was the Islanders and Tampa. I think.
But you couldn't just turn on the TV and get hockey discussion. There was nothing.
Yeah.
So NBCSN. So really, NBC is the only
NBC, CSN, MSG,
Root Sports. See that MSG and Root Sports. See, those are your local.
Fox Sports.
NHL. See, NHL Network up here is nothing. I don't even.
NHL Network is garbage up here. It's like they can't compete with Sportsnet. Fox Sports.
So when you say Fox Sports, is that like you turn it on and there's like an hour-long sports show and they cover highlights from the NHL and baseball and football and all that, or is it just your regional Fox Sports for like the teams that Fox Sports Northeast or West or whatever the frig it is? Is it just your local broadcast or is it like a national one?
I live 8 hours from the closest NHL team. Me too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite goal song?
Should they give Austin, Texas a team? I would say probably not, but I don't really know.
Dallas Stars goal song is probably my favorite. Austin, Texas. Yeah, I guess yeah.
He says he gets NHL Live for 30 minutes before and after a game.
Do you think Jerusalem will get a hockey team? No.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm done.
Which do you prefer, TSN or Sportsnet? I think we both are in agreement on that one, aren't we?
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know. Maybe we're not.
I'm not a fan of Rogers that much.
I am a huge TSN fan.
Yeah, I like TSN better.
Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like we have a whole lot of Canadians in the chat right now, but...
Do you think Hawaii should get a team?
I'm going to say no because it'd be too awesome a spot to go to for those players and I'd be super jealous.
It would be very difficult for an Eastern team like the Rangers to travel to Hawaii to play a game because I think there's maybe I should say this because I don't know, but I think there's a pretty big time difference. It's like 4 hours between Los
I have no idea.
Angeles and Hawaii. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Can someone tell me what the time difference is between Los Angeles and Hawaii?
Would you guys jump on a Quebec bandwagon if they got a team? Maybe. It depends what the team was.
What was the question? Sorry.
Squidman says TSN is so much better than Sportsnet. 100% agree, Squidman.
Do you think the Preds have a chance now without Johansson and Fisher out? Fisher's out? Oh, I guess he left the game. I didn't... Is he out? Like, indefinitely?
If you could get rid of a team, who would it be? I think I have an answer for this, but I don't want to say it.
I don't want you to say Phoenix.
It's not Phoenix.
Is it Florida?
No.
Is it Carolina?
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not fair because Carolina is basically just like Toronto. They got a bunch of upcoming young guys, and...
Yeah, Sebastian Aho.
They made... I'm going to answer that by saying I wouldn't get rid of any team. Tim from Tim and Sid is bald, and that's awesome.
Do you know who Tim and Sid is? Yeah? You watch Tim and Sid more than me.
See, I like Tim and Sid.
Yeah.
Before they were on the TV, they had a radio show on 590 in Toronto. I like them better when they were on that show than what it is now. And they were also on Sportsnet 360 in the afternoon, which now there's nothing, which I don't understand why they did that. They run highlights all morning, and then all afternoon they run highlights, and they don't show the afternoon regional thing anymore. So I don't know why they do that, but I just find Tim and Sid is a little bit too, I don't know, planned, I guess. Is that the right word?
It's too scripted.
It's like we have 4 minutes to talk about this, we have 3 minutes to talk about this, and before they would just talk however they wanted about whatever they wanted. I still like them. It's just a little bit too...
The Taco Bros wants a shout out. He says Alabama should get a team or Alaska should get a team. I'd be interested to see a team in Alaska.
The Habs are sickos.
Yes, I know. I said Phoenix. I say Phoenix every single time. I know it's Arizona.
I demand more Canadian teams for this Canadian invented sport.
What other sports do you guys like? I'm really into darts. Just kidding.
I'm not into basketball that much. I follow the Raptors a little bit, and I was kind of on the Jays bandwagon for a little bit for the last 2 years, but they absolutely suck again.
I haven't watched any baseball this year, really.
I've been following a little bit.
Um,
What do we think about NHL players not being able to play in the upcoming Olympics? We've definitely talked about this before.
I don't like it.
None of us like it.
Yeah. Oh, you know Aubrey, my friend Aubrey?
Mm-hmm.
You've met? You know what sport he's really into? Like, really, really into? Like, watches hours.
Like cricket or lacrosse or something?
Surfing.
Surfing?
Loves surfing. Loves it. Her entire population is 15.
Will Vegas get Jimmy Howard?
I don't think so.
Neil is bowling.
He's a bowling fiend. It's been a long time since I bowled.
This is off topic and it's unrelated to this channel, but I want to let you know that my dad is in a bowling league every Thursday night.
Is he really?
Yeah. Do you know his team won this year?
Do you know who's like a really successful bowler?
Who?
Justin.
Really?
Like he had trophies. Well, he did. That's a story for another time, but he was hardcore into bowling.
Learning facts on this stream.
There's some behind the scenes information on Justin. He was into bowling for a while.
Who do you think has the best intro prop?
I'm a Texas Rangers fan, so I'm triggered.
What's up with that word anyway, triggered?
What's your favorite NHL game? Mine was 94. NHL 94 was a great game. I had NHL 96.
Mine was NHL 98 for computer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that was mine.
Thoughts on curling? I hate curling.
My cousin, his name is Jamie, and he was actually on the New Brunswick team for the Briar this year, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, snap. I used to have a cousin that pitched for the Anaheim Angels.
Really?
His name is Jason Dixon. I've never met him before, but apparently I'm related to him.
See, I've met my cousin.
Yeah, your situation's a little different.
Hartford or Seattle or Kansas for an NHL team?
I'd like to see a team in Kansas.
I don't know what the Kansas market's like. Like, there's so...
They've got a rink.
Well, I mean, they've got that...
I don't know what the desire for hockey is like in Kansas.
If you could watch any game at any arena, what would be? I think next up on my list, I'd have to go see a New York Rangers game.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
You just gotta... I think you have to experience that arena. I think you have to.
I mean, I'd go see one, but it wouldn't be on the top of my list. I'd probably say Edmonton, just because it's a brand new arena. I'd love to see it in person.
I'd go to a Jets game over an Edmonton game, I think. If it was a playoff game.
NHL 18 better be good, or else I will drive all the way to their headquarters from Dallas and burn the building down.
That's a long drive because I think that game's made in Quebec. Because it's made by the FIFA guys.
I thought it was made in Vancouver.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. It's made in Canada. That's all I know. Yeah, you're probably right because
I don't think
Ubisoft's in Montreal. That's
yeah,
right.
EA Sports only has. EA Sports
The
has.
FIFA team is like this big. The NHL team is like this big.
EA Sports,
That's why you don't see a whole lot of changes every year.
EA Sports has their locations in Vancouver and Charlottetown. It's weird, eh?
Mm.
How many jerseys do you have? I have a Canadiens jersey. Actually, I have 2 Canadiens jerseys. I have an Edmonton jersey. I have Winnipeg jersey, Colorado jersey, and I have another jersey, but I'm not going to say the name of it because it's going to be one of the jerseys that I'm going to give away in the next giveaway.
Steve Bonus says, don't get your tickets from a scalper. They found out they were fake. There was actually some people at work a few months ago that went to a game. They bought tickets from a scalper, and the same thing happened. They weren't legit.
How come you look like a ginger Asian albino? The color balance is off on this web camera, so that's why.
But for the record, I did open the white balance, and you said leave it.
I think it changed.
It probably did. This webcam, guys, is legit old.
It's like 9 years old.
This is back from when webcams were cool.
Yeah.
Which is a long time ago.
I should change my hat.
And like I said, like this is only the second live stream that's ever been done on this channel. So I mean, if they have more often, then maybe we'll get something better.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get something better.
Like it's pretty fun talking to you guys. So I mean, if this happens more often, then we'll get something better.
You guys, you need hockey. Yeah, hockey guys, merchandise collection is pretty impressive. He's got, I think it's like close to 100 jerseys or something crazy like that. And yeah, that guy's awesome. I wish I had the collection that he does. Maybe once I'm his age. Not calling him old, but
he's older than us.
He's older than us.
By a fair bit.
Yeah. Which team should relocate? I don't know. Carolina.
I don't think any teams are relocating right now. See, we brought up the Phoenix. We brought about the Arizona situation a while ago now, and someone actually from Arizona responded. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And he said that it was a location problem. So, you know, Neil and Justin and I, we all said that they need to get out, and we had people from there saying that the location of the rink right now is why it's poor. So, I guess we'll see after they move.
Did you adjust this?
Yes. Why do you keep changing your hat so often for now?
Someone told me to wear a.
I don't even know what hat I'm wearing. What am I wearing?
Anaheim.
Boo! I've been wearing this for a while.
You need to put something else on. Gonna wear a Toronto hat?
What is your dream first line?
My dream first line. Ooh.
I'm not gonna say anything, but Canada's first line was pretty good.
I think I'd probably have to say Bergeron because of his face-off numbers. See, there's so many good centers. I wasted my center right there. I don't know. I don't think I can choose. Who's your favorite AHL team? I like the Philadelphia Phantoms because of their logo. That's basically it.
Shout out to the UMB team too.
UMB.
That's CIS/U Sport. It's not the same thing, but they've won that championship a few times. That's pretty good for a little city like Fredericton.
Yep.
If you're from Canada. If you're not from Canada, that means nothing to you. It's kind of like NCAA, but way smaller.
This guy wants to put on the Detroit hat in honor of Henrik Zetterberg.
See, being the best captain. All right. I will say.
Do you think the Red Wings arena will be turned into a museum?
No.
They kind of did it with Montreal Forum. They changed it into a movie theater and something else. But if you could make an NHL player What would the name be in number?
His name would be
Turkleton.
Wakabayashi was his last name. Remember that guy?
Yes, okay.
We have created a guy.
Yes, in the
In NHL 15, or maybe it was even an earlier one. I can't remember.
14.
It might have been 14. I think it was his name Vladimir. I don't know.
No, it was Russian though. It was
his last name was Wakabayashi. I don't know what his number was, but he had like blonde dreads, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
So if he ever played in the NHL, look out.
I thought the Lightning were going to win the Stanley Cup this year, probably like 2 years ago. So I don't know what to say about the Lightning now. How many hats do you have?
A few.
New Brunswick for an NHL team? That'd be awesome. Never happened though.
Have you ever been to Ontario? Yes, we've both been to Ontario. We went there. What year did we go to Niagara? Do you remember that? Was that 14?
No, 2013.
13 or 14, we drove from here to Niagara and we spent 5 or 6 days up there. And then my wife and I went up 2 years ago and we stayed in Toronto in like the Guelph area.
Okay, these are the only hockey-related hats I have in my reach. I have other hats, but they're not hockey-related. Actually, this isn't even my hat. This is Justin's hat. Chicago Blackhawks. Washington Capitals. Florida Panthers. I was really into Florida last year. Toronto Maple Leafs. St. Louis Blues. Dallas Stars and the Montreal Canadiens. Are you guys married? Oh, I thought she meant that person meant like.
Yes.
Are we married?
I am married. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if you can see that. It's on my hand.
I'm not married.
This guy says if he made his own player, he'd call it Post, and his number would be number 2 in honor of us.
Heck yeah. What's your favorite jersey number? Mine is 11. That's what number I played when I.
Mine's 20. Mine's 27. That's the number I used when I played as well.
Favorite goalie of all time,
excluding Carey Price
and Felix Potvin. I used to, for whatever reason, I was never a Toronto Maple Leafs fan when I was a kid, but I love Felix Potvin.
I didn't really look up to goaltenders that much.
Really?
No.
Do you think the NHL should go to China? I do. As a short visit.
Does Nashville have a chance in Game 5 with Fisher and Johansson out?
I think so, for sure.
Never say never.
It's going to be tough. They're playing in Anaheim, so.
Do you like the Bruins goal horn? I love the Bruins goal horn. He doesn't.
Thumbs down to the Bruins. It's storming where you are.
Yeah, Dominic Hasek was definitely pretty good.
Where do you live if it's storming? What's shinny?
A shinny video.
What's a shinny video?
Super Cat. Super Nyan Cat.
What is your favorite defenseman? I really like Yossi. I like Ekblad. Who else? Who is your favorite player that is not on your favorite team? My favorite player not on my favorite team. I guess I kind of talked about this earlier, but I didn't really say. I like Mikko Koivu just because of... I started watching Mikko Koivu when Saku Koivu retired, and I really like Mikko Koivu's style of play. I think he's pretty underrated. Will Ovi be traded?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Have you ever had glass seats at an NHL game?
I wish.
I have not. I've never had good seats at an NHL game, and
the last game I went to at the TD Garden, we had seats like up in the upper bowl, and my sister and her boyfriend actually had seats probably 7 rows back from the glass, and they switched with us for one period, and it was awesome.
Is there anything you like about the Devils, or do you just hate everything about us? No, I don't hate New Jersey. I just don't like the style of hockey that they play. I'll say played because they're getting better. But I've been in New Jersey. I've been in the city. I like the colors of New Jersey. I like the logo. I just don't like the style of hockey that they played for all those years.
John says his favorite player is James Neal. I'm not a James Neal fan.
No, I don't like James Neal either.
But I'd rather have Big Z in his prime or Bobby Orr with his knee injuries. That's a tough one.
Is Rene underachieving now? I think
I don't think he's as good as he was. He's still pretty good, though.
Taro?
He had some soft goals let in, for sure. Do you think John Cena knows how to play hockey? No, he definitely does not.
He's probably too muscular to fit in a pair of skates.
The Taylor Hall trade kind of surprised me when it happened.
I think they had to do it to solidify their defense, but man, that's a tough trade to give away Taylor Hall for that. I wouldn't have done it personally, but who wins the President's Trophy in 5 years? Philadelphia Flyers.
Philadelphia needs to find some good goaltending.
It'll happen. It's only been 25 years since they've had crappy goaltending. It's got to change soon.
Is Gretzky the best player in the world? You cannot deny his stats. Will you ever do shows with subscribers? In what way, Mac?
I think this is technically a show with a subscriber.
There's nothing.
This is the closest it'll ever be, I think. Unless you want to pay me to fly to you
and sit down and have craft dinner.
Sit down
and ketchup chips and a coffee crisp.
If you want to be on our podcast and you've got money, you can fly us to you and we'll put you on the podcast.
Maybe he means like Skype calls or something like that.
Skype calls? Probably not. Just because I don't know how knowledgeable other hockey people are. Not saying that I'm knowledgeable, because I'm not. But maybe in the future, but the closest you've been to an NHL player, example, my older sister was friends with Cody McCormick. Closest.
I haven't been that close at all.
Like physically close?
Like how close have you ever come to meeting one, or maybe you met one, or?
I knew a girl whose aunt dated Joel Ward.
There you go.
I think that's the closest. I think that's the closest connection. My current team lead is from the same city that Sidney Crosby is from, but they'd never met.
As an American, what is Kraft dinner? Kraft dinner is mac and cheese by Kraft. Up here, it's called Kraft dinner.
They're different things. Like they're the same thing, but they taste different.
And up here in Canada, Kraft peanut butter is like the big peanut butter, and apparently in the States it's not. Apparently you guys have like Jiffy or something like that.
Yeah, Jiffy.
Choosy mums choose Jif.
What?
That's what I always hear.
Is it a commercial?
I don't know. How do you feel about the future of the Golden Knights? I think they got good upper management, so that's a good thing.
They're the most promising start to an expansion team by far, I think, I've ever seen. I met Michael Ryder in a bar in St. John's, Newfoundland. That doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Michael Ryder, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Your cousin's cousin is married to Brad Boyce. There you go, Dad, busting some facts in the chat.
My cousin's cousin.
Let's give a shout out to Brent Taylor in the chat.
How does that work?
Your cousin's cousin through a different family.
I like the Joel Ward story better.
Is Babcock the best coach in the NHL? I think so.
What type of KD is your favorite? I just like regular.
No,
KD.
I'm off the regular. I am on to the shapes and the alphabet and the Super Mario Brothers.
Totally what are you
different.
talking about?
Okay, are we talking about Kraft dinner?
Yeah, but what?
Okay, if you go to the store and buy Kraft dinner or mac and cheese or whatever you want to call it, you can get the straight ones, right? They have little shapes now that are like dinosaurs or alphabet. It costs more. It tastes completely different. It's awesome, and you don't even get as much in the box.
So there's a hockey game on to our right, We've got hockey fans here, and we're talking about friggin' Alphabet and Mary Brothers Craft Dinner.
Listen, I'm just
Amazing.
I'm just talking with the people in the chat.
No, I like it.
Do you wish Mark Savard was never injured? That was a huge one. It's kind of a shame when big injuries like that happen. There's been a few of them.
What country is Alexander Ovechkin from? He's from Russia. Travis.
It's Spiral Katie.
It's too legit to quit.
Yeah, he's met Doug McLean when he was like
I have met Doug McLean.
little kid, bowl cut hair. I think all of us had that bowl cut hair.
My grandpa's friend's daughter's friend is married to Eric Cole.
I have an aunt and uncle who live in Toronto, and they have a daughter that's like 12, and her coach is a brother to what's his name there on Ottawa? I can't think of his name right now. Clark? No, I can't think of his name. It's a good story.
This person keeps asking about shinny hockey, knee hockey. Number one, I've never heard of it.
I've heard of shinny before. I don't
think I couldn't make a video on that. I don't. Oh yeah, Carey Price and Josh George just walked past me in the airport a couple years ago. In 2000, no, it was more than a couple years ago, 2009. But
Oak Shield's going good. Thanks for coming in.
how's she going, boys? That's a Canadian. 100% Canadian.
Well, good luck in your band tryout, Fire Hero.
Which NHL player is Neil's least favorite? Brad Marchand.
What?
Absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely. He's the dirtiest player in the NHL.
You just like him more than Maxime Lapierre?
He's not in the NHL anymore.
What about friggin' Bite Your Finger Buddy Boy who's on Ottawa now?
What? I remember that, but
I'm having a brain fart.
I forgot about that. So.
It's been a long day.
No, Brad Marchand, hands down. I once met Willie O'Ree. Do you follow any junior hockey leagues? Not really, unfortunately. Just don't have the time.
Not as much anymore, no.
If I lived in St. John...
Favorite WHL team? Can't answer that.
No. Yeah, Ron McLean's a huge referee, eh? Like, he's hardcore into reffing. You should do an interactive expansion draft. Have your subs fans of each team protect players of their teams. Well, actually, that's something I was considering doing and putting the browser behind me and going through the expansion draft with you guys, but we had some technical difficulties, and
Neil's network is not up to stuff.
No, I don't know what's wrong, but unfortunately, I just couldn't do it. Who's better, Stars or Lightning? I don't know. How much longer are you guys gonna stay live? Probably not much longer. Like half an hour at the most, probably. I bumped into Tony Twist in the... What? What is the worst injury you can remember? Like, personally or in the NHL? Because I remember when...
What? Read Stanley's question there.
Where's Stanley?
Third
For the
one.
5th time, would you rather chug a bottle... I'll chug that all day long.
Chug a bottle of X or spend the night with Pierre Maguire? Chug a bottle of X.
I'll vomit all over the place with ease.
Do you think Edmonton and Toronto will play against each other in Stanley Cup final next year? No.
No. Who is on the Oilers jersey?
Taylor Hall, if you can't read that.
Taylor Hall.
Webcam's not the greatest.
What is your favorite team in California? San Jose.
San Jose.
Really?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Come on, Ottawa. Favorite player over 40? Jan Egger. Every day of the week. Thoughts on Zach Werenski? Man, Zach Werenski had a fantastic season. It was so unfortunate to see him get injured near the end of the year. But do you know CTGSTSKI?
The YouTuber. I don't.
Kitgiski. Nope. I don't know any YouTubers. None.
Did you play golf when you were younger? I worked at a golf course for 5 years, but I never played, which is a shame because I got free membership when I was there.
I did play golf when I was younger, but it's been a very long time. Favorite player on each team? Oh my... Squid man, what are you trying to do here?
Come on, man. You're putting us in the spot here.
That's going to take forever.
My least favorite team is...
Don't do it. Don't say it.
Montreal Canadiens. Ah. But, I mean, that's Von Hook, and he's a Canadiens fan, so he's just going to rip me for it. So.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Do you guys think Dallas will be automatic cup contender because of Bishop? I don't know if I'd say cup contender. They still have some moves to make, specifically on the back end. However, I think they're going to be in the playoffs next year. What's my favorite New York team? The Islanders. Do a mock draft video? We definitely are doing a mock draft video. Shinny on ice. Bye. Again with the shinny, I don't get it. Is that a thing? Okay.
Are you all Columbus Blue Jackets fans?
I
don't know if I'm a fan, but I'm definitely more interested in the team now than I've ever been.
I would say I like them. I'm trying to think of where I'd rank them in the East.
I mean, it kind of makes more sense. The team's doing better, so you're following them more, but...
I'd probably say around 6th or 7th. So yeah. Oh, it was a future video idea. I like that. Man, I'm going to write that down. Actually, I've got nothing to write.
Just type it in your phone. I won't remember. My memory's terrible. I'll read some questions while you're doing that. Patrick Gamer says, read my comment, please. There, I just read it.
Least favorite California team? Probably Los Angeles.
Yep. What do you think losing Johansson's going to do to us? I think it's going to hurt. But I think you got a team there that's... I mean, just look at the Penguins. They lost Crosby and they won the next game.
They'll rally.
So just... Hattrick Gamer says he has a Perry autograph and he's my favorite player of all time. And I also have a Crosby and Yzerman autograph. Well, that's pretty good.
Snap.
Do a video on the Columbus Blue Jackets cannon.
I think there's an interesting story about the cannon that was told on Hockey Central by Doug McLean. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe I'm misremembering it, but it was a suggestion by a fan to bring a cannon in, and they all kind of laughed it off and stuff. And Doug McLean found out 2 weeks prior to him being fired that he was going to be fired. So one of the last things he did as GM of Columbus, or maybe he was the owner too, or not the owner, but president or something like that, is he brought it in just to say, screw you, Columbus. So he brought in the cannon, and they ended up loving it, and the fans loved it so much they had to keep it. So I don't know if that story's true, but that's the way I remember him telling it. What do you think about the hockey guy? Someone asked this earlier. Love the hockey guy. Shannon's awesome.
Do you guys think that Tampa screwed themselves by signing Stamkos with such a huge contract when he can't manage to stay healthy?
Yes. Heck yeah.
We got a goal. See, right now in chat, you guys are saying goal, and we're cheering at the same time, but by the time you guys see this, it's going to be 20-some seconds later.
Yeah.
But we are with you. We did see the goal. We do see the chat coming in now.
Jason should be in more videos? Heck yeah, he should.
I don't like being in videos, Hat Trick Gamer. I am not a camera personality. And,
You're a camera personality right now. Oh, it's a deflection off the Pens defense.
I am a camera personality because I'm a better friend than Justin is.
Carlson, maybe it's a deflection.
But I thank you for that being in videos, but it's just not my thing.
Are you happy about the Oilers making it to the second round? Absolutely. Look up underwater hockey. Maybe later.
What?
Stanley.
Stanley, I'm going to say no.
You are more white than 2000's Michael Jackson. I'm not offended by that comment. Favorite team, Montreal, Boston.
Van Hook, I am reading your comment. If you wrote something before that, I didn't see it, though.
What's your favorite meme?
That's a good question. I like the too damn high guy.
There's so many memes.
I like the zoom in on the little... What do you call those things? The duh, duh, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that little animal is, I like that one too.
I like...
Hey, we just lost our show, yo.
I like Vape Nation.
I don't know that one.
I don't vape.
At least Jason is in the live stream, like unlike Justin. That's right. Squidman says this has been fun so far. You guys should do more of these in the future. If we do more of these in the future, I will personally buy a better webcam for us to use. And we may have to change locations because...
What's the next video? The next video is rating... Yeah, I guess rating's right. I was going to say ranking, but rating NHL mascots.
I haven't seen it, but it's similar to the thumbs up, thumbs down goal horns we did, right?
Will Jagger retire this year? Nope. If Drew Doughty were to become available, what would you offer for him?
That's a tough question.
I don't know.
The asking price on that would be so high.
I think it would be cool if you guys did a video with the hockey guy. You guys are my two favorite YouTube channels. I said this earlier. I don't know Shannon, but I hope to someday. I think he's a brilliant guy. He's so hockey knowledgeable. I hope to collab with him sometime in the future. What's your favorite type of poutine?
How old is everyone? I am 32. You're 31? 30?
There you 31. 31, yeah.
I am almost 33, but I don't know how old Justin is. I assume he's
same age as you, I think. Okay. 84. Yeah. Born in 84, not 84 years old. Shattenkirk, I think I'll go to New York because everybody wants to go to New York. My favorite mascot is, I've already said this, so it won't be a spoiler. Wild Wing.
Knowing you, the New Jersey Devils will be ranked last. I know it.
Who said that?
Patrick, the third one there. When do you think the Red Wings will win their next cup? I think it's going to be a bit.
Patrick, we actually had some very favorable things to say about the New Jersey mascot. What is the hockey guy name? His name's Shannon. I don't know his last name. When do you think the Red Wings will win their next cup? Hopefully not anytime soon.
Early 20s. We need to get a better webcam.
Early 20s? I mean, I'm not offended, but...
I mean, I'm not either, but I don't want to be... I don't know.
I was born in 86. Yo, Post to Post, I love you.
Post to Post loves you. BCG bangers.
BCG bangers. If you get NHL 18, will you make a person named...
Stanley Cup, make him 99 overall.
Sure. Who is the best player to never win a cup? Probably Ovechkin right now. My top 3 favorite players? That changes all the time. Mikko Koivu, Rickard Rakell, and Jamie Benn. What team do you want to see change their jerseys the most with Adidas coming in? New Jersey, Montreal, Tampa, anyone else? Did I miss a question?
Oak Shield says, who do you think GM Eichel will acquire to help with the Sabres next year? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
So, is that safe to assume that you are a Sabres fan, Oak Shield? And if so, what do you think of who they brought in so far? Like, what is your opinion of the Sabres situation?
Someone said something I was going to comment on. Oh, I was just joking with the Detroit comment. I would say probably 10 years. I've got a lot of work to do. What time is it in your place? 11:37. Your favorite Canadian player? Oh.
Two of your ninth great grandfathers were original Dutch settlers in Jersey City. Go Jersey. Brent Taylor, Dad Taylor, busting out the facts.
Crazy.
Yeah, Oak Shield, I agree. I feel bad for Buffalo. They've been in a bad spot for a while now.
Put in it.
Travis says, Brent dropping knowledge so fresh it makes green bananas look like black bananas.
And this is why Travis is the man.
Travis, you better go to bed soon if you got to get up early and come over.
2 minutes left in this game.
All right, let's ask this question in chat.
I look like Arvidsson.
Right now, it's 1:45 left in this game. By the time you get this, it'll be later. Do you think Ottawa's going to come back and tie this up, or do you think it's over?
I think it's over. What do you think the Habs should do for better offense? Oh, I don't know. I think about that a lot. I still don't know. What's your favorite type of poutine? That question again.
It's because they're jealous of their lack of poutine.
I just like regular.
I like regular poutine.
Like New York fries.
If you start putting like beef and stuff in it, like maybe that's okay, but I'm not really down with that.
Travis, we're recording at 8 a.m.
Yeah, they usually show up at 8 and by like quarter after or 20 after we start. So if you are up, come over. And if you're interested, come over. I'll get Neil to text you at my address. We're literally across the street. I think you know where I am.
I'll pick you up.
Yeah, he can pick you up.
Will the Predators win the Stanley Cup without Forsberg? I sure hope so.
Do you guys like hockey? We freaking love hockey.
Yeah, hockey's okay.
I think we're... Oh, never mind. They're just answering the question now. We had a penalty coming out, and I apologize for not seeing it, but... Oh, it's a Pittsburgh penalty? So 6-on-4 to close out the last 34 seconds?
Who got it? Bonino? Too many men? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah.
You just sent me a Hangouts message.
I sent it to you earlier.
Oh, I just got it now.
Weird. Send me a text. I am in.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to send you a text. I'm just going to show up at your house and start honking my horn.
There you go. You don't even need to know where I live. He'll just pick you up and show you.
Why was Schultz such a bust in Edmonton and so great in Pittsburgh? I think a lot of pressure was put on Schultz right away when he was young, and he was pretty much made out to be the number one defenseman there, and he wasn't ready for it. In Pittsburgh, he can kind of, go to the side and let Letang and these guys step in and be number one, and he can develop his game and play how he should.
Someone a bit ago asked if you think Dan Bosma is a good coach. That's a tough question because...
I don't know.
See, when I'm... The first... what was that series called that was on HBO? 24/7? And it was the Pittsburgh... It was showing Pittsburgh and Washington, I believe, the first season. And I thought Bylsma came off as a good coach from that series, but like Justin said it in a couple videos ago, he just doesn't get along with some of the big players on the team, so I don't know how to answer that either. My initial impression is I think he is, but
I would say
in reality, maybe he's not. I don't know.
I would say yes, but I don't know. We can't show the game behind us because it's copyright issues.
Yep.
Favorite goal call of all time? Oof. Steve, that's a hard question, buddy.
Favorite goal times of all time were when Bruins were down 4-1 to Toronto with 9 minutes left to go, and they came back and won the game.
Amazing.
Those were some pretty good calls. Sorry if you're a Toronto fan.
You guys see Letang playing for much longer with his injury history? John Conrad, I appreciate you coming back to every video and leaving comments on stuff. I'll say that from the beginning.
John Conrad, you are a celebrity.
You've been around for a while. I appreciate you coming back. It means a lot. To answer your question, I don't know. It's tough because
The game is over.
it's kind of like Lindros in a way where he just gets injured and so much potential. I feel like I'm missing
Let's ask the chat.
questions.
All right, chat. So this series is tied up now. Everyone in chat who's been watching this game tonight, type in your predictions into the chat. What you think? What do you think this series is going to go? Who do you think is going to win and how many games? Is it 4-2, 4-3, and for who?
Hat-Trick Gamer, you have been around for a long time. Thanks for sticking around, buddy.
Should the Habs trade for Tavares?
I would love that trade. I'd say get rid of Galchenyuk and bring in Tavares.
Name one team that would not want John Tavares. You can't.
Yeah.
Pens in 6, Pens in 7, Pens in 6, Pens in Sens in 7.
See you tomorrow, Travis.
All right, Travis.
We don't have a mic for Travis.
We'll figure something out.
Have you ever seen a Preds game in person? If not, I'm a Preds fan and the atmosphere is amazing. I would absolutely love to see more NHL games. And unfortunately, I've never even been to Nashville, let alone see a game. But someday, if this channel ever takes off and it makes me money,
And you invite us into your house, cook us breakfast.
yeah. Put me in contact with someone rich, and I'll go see a Nashville game.
Travis says he will just talk super loud.
Who should the Ducks trade for Tavares? I don't think the Ducks can trade anything for Tavares. I don't think.
Do I remember when the Bruins swept Justin's team? Yes, I remember.
How long will this live stream be? Not much longer. Probably 15 minutes. What's wrong with the Caps in the playoffs?
Go check our podcast out.
Yeah.
We talked about it for like 35 minutes. It's too much to recap right now.
This guy loves Putin. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Coke in a glass bottle.
Coke in a glass bottle, Pepsi in a can.
Do they have glass bottles in the States? Is that just a Canadian thing?
No, they've got glass bottles in the States.
Yeah, it's in commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's where it all started, was glass bottles.
Who do you want to win the cup? Ottawa or Nashville?
Any chance the Jackets get Tavares? I said this on the podcast, but I find that hockey players, more than any other sport, when they go to free agency, they stay with their teams.
Yeah.
Like most,
it's not like baseball.
Like most other sports, at least in North America, you know, they're going to hit the market and see how much money they can make. And if there's a team that's offering a fair bit more, they usually go. I mean, Stamkos was the first guy last year that was going to be the first big free agent, and he stayed in Tampa for a discount. And as much as I'd like to see Tavares go, I think he's probably going to stay too. I don't know what elephant ears are. I've had a beaver tail though.
Yeah, I have no idea what elephant ears are.
Beaver tails are pretty good.
Beaver tails are amazing. My dad says he'll pay you guys $12 an hour for a podcast daily.
Your dad is awesome.
Your dad needs to email me. I could do a lot with $12 a day.
We've had Coke in glass bottles before Canada was even a thing.
Listen here, American. Back in the day, Canadians burned down your White House. You're. This is the truth. The White House never used to be white. Canada burned it. We weren't Canada at the time, but they burned it. And instead of rebuilding it, they just painted it white. That's why it's called the White House.
History lesson.
The best Stanley Cup Finals. I tell you one thing. I enjoyed the Vancouver-Boston series.
I enjoyed that
Finals
series
couple
until
years ago.
Vancouver was rioting out in the streets.
Yeah, that was bad. But you guys need to come see a Jackets game here in Columbus.
I'd love to do that.
Devin Taylor, I like your last name. You hook me up with a place to stay in Columbus, and I'll come down and watch a game.
How much, Devin, when you go to see a game, how much are the tickets usually? It's funny because, like, up here, Toronto, Montreal, they're pretty wealthy teams, so the prices are crazy. It's kind of like going to see a Boston game.
Yeah.
But every once in, like, when we went to Niagara, this was in 2014, there was a commercial on TV where you could go to a Buffalo game in the middle of the week, and you got 4 hot dogs, 4 tickets, 4 popcorns, and 4 drinks or something like that. There's 4 things. There was 3 food items and tickets for 4 people. It was $42. And that's like, how can you not do that?
I know, it's amazing.
Like, I go to a Boston game, it cost me like $200 some just to go to a regular game.
Yeah.
Let alone 4 tickets plus a bunch of food.
How could you guys go so long without peeing out their piss jugs? I've got a good bladder.
You can't see what's going on under this table right now.
How old are the jerseys you are wearing? I bought this one.
This one's pretty new, isn't
last year from
Yeah.
Canadian Tire for $29.
$29.
$29 from Canadian Tire.
Wow.
And I got this one from Lids about 2 or 3 months ago for $34.
The cheapest seats are around $20. See, I would love
That'd be
to live
amazing.
somewhere where I could go to an NHL game for $20.
You guys need to go see a game in the Wings Arena. I'll hook you up with a sweet hotel. That'd be awesome. What's your email? posttopostShow@gmail.com. If you go to any of the videos on the channel and look in the description, it's in there if you want to copy and paste it or anything.
I wonder if it's in this one. We don't know, I guess.
I don't know. I guess I could just type it.
If there's like a... It's posttopostShow@gmail.com. Can we meet up at the ACC with Toronto versus Montreal? I'd love to go to a Toronto-Montreal
That would be
game.
amazing. You guys need a hockey drinking game? Neither of us drink, so it would have to be...
It would be a very boring game.
Yeah. Who's your favorite announcer? Doc.
Doc Emmerich, yep.
How many 5s are in my name?
I'm going to say 13.
I'm going to say 9.
We're not going to count because
No.
the chat's moving too fast.
I'd like to see a game in Dallas as well. Yeah, I think that's it.
Twitter is at @PostToPostShow.
Yeah, I'm
Just put at @PostToPostShow. You don't even type it.
at Post to Post Show.
Sid or Ovi?
I take Sid.
Sid.
Ducks are on their way.
Dead babies. Wow. So, 12. I was close. I said 13.
I'm going to count them now.
Good night. Ooh, no who?
See you know who in who to who.
Was it goaltender interference on Cam Talbot?
Winnipeg wins the next Stanley Cup as a Canadian team.
Type Twitter in chat. Go get your Twitter, lad.
Type Twitter and chat.
Just go get the link from your thing if you don't know it. Or just put the @ I don't know. I don't know how the links work, so.
Try that. I don't know. Twitter.com/Post to Post Show.
My least favorite announcer. There's a couple, like, local broadcasters for some teams in the States that are really...
Boop Cole is mine. I don't know if people in the States know who Bob Cole is, do they?
I'm not sure. Probably not.
How can you not drink if you're Canadian? I don't know. We just don't. See you, Oak Shield.
Andy, thanks for coming. 4 a.m. You rock.
Andy, you're the man.
We thought we were living in the future. Clearly, you're living in the future.
Andy, you are the man. If I ever go to the UK, I'm going to ask everyone where Andy is.
Andy Seymour.
Thoughts on Romanuk? I'm not crazy about him, but he's not terrible.
Haunts you, Fahim. That's like the greatest thing you could watch. You watch that, it puts you right to sleep, makes you feel real good.
Who do I think will win the cup next year? I have no idea.
You guys see the Pens and Sens game? Yeah, we had it running kind of off to the side here.
Do you guys smoke the ganja? No.
No.
We do not smoke ganja.
I wouldn't mind seeing Pierre take a chair slap shot in the face.
Any live streams coming up? I was thinking about doing July 1st for Free Agency Day, but I don't know if I'm going to be here or not. So I don't want to commit to that. But we'll try to do another live stream soon for sure if you guys like this.
This one came on pretty suddenly, too.
Yeah,
when was I here? Was I here Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think, yeah.
I was here Wednesday, and all of a sudden Neil was just like, I want to do a live stream on Friday. And I was like, well, that's awful close.
Well, I wasn't saying that you were dumb because you didn't know who Bob Cole was. It's just that I didn't know if Bob Cole was even in the States as a... Do you guys gamble? I like the odd scratch ticket. I like to get my hands dirty on a scratch ticket.
Sweden or Finland, better hockey country? You're trying to get us killed now.
Do you like football?
That's a tough one.
I like Finland because...
I don't know how to answer that.
I like Finland as a country just because I like Saku Koivu.
I can't answer that, Squid, man. I honestly don't know. That's a tough one.
We have a Patreon. I think it's in the description of all the videos. If you want to follow us on Patreon, there's some behind-the-scenes content on there. Some private videos. You can see for as little as $1. That helps us out.
What are you guys planning on doing for this summer?
Oh, we have so many videos planned for the summer. We're going to go through each team and talk about, their season that just went by and what they need to do for the next season and what they need to do for the free agency and what trades they need to make and predictions and maybe even discuss the salary cap and some line combinations and stuff like that. We're going to go through our, top 5 favorite defensemen and stuff like that.
Stanley says at my local theme park they have a Canada section and they sell Canadian stuff and they have a whole section dedicated to syrup. Do you approve? Yes.
I like syrup, but I don't eat a lot of syrup. Like I don't eat pancakes.
I don't either.
I guess it's weird, but
what rivalry is the best, not including Regional 6? Yeah, I don't know because Boston Montreal is definitely the best rivalry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. Your dad sent me an email, did he?
You like an entire country because of one player. Absolutely.
What was the best series this year? I don't know. That Edmonton-Anaheim series was pretty good. Not because it was good, but just because there was so much controversy around it.
I imagine if you're an Edmonton fan in the chat, you're not too happy with the way the games are refereed.
No, but I mean from a excitement kind of drama.
Yeah.
You eat syrup with your eggs?
I've heard of that before.
Oh, I think that's weird.
Do you like the Pens radio announcements? I don't think I've ever heard them.
No, we don't really have an opportunity to hear some of the local radio guys. Is there any Pens fans here? I have a question for you guys. Do you hate the Jackets because we hate the Pens? Okay, that's not for us.
Do you guys have wives?
I might get a meet and greet because my aunt works for the police and is friends with... Oh, cool. Do you guys have wives?
I do.
He has a wife.
Yeah. Best rivalry: fan base versus Bettman. 100%.
I'm choosing the Ducks to win, even though I want the Predators to win, but I think the Ducks will win. Ducks are my pick for the cup. I eat syrup with syrup. What is your favorite NHL green team in the Central Division? I have a Minnesota hat actually, but
It just
where is it down there?
for the people that didn't see this earlier,
It's black.
we have a green screen back here.
Have you heard the Red Wings announcer? I don't know.
So, yeah, I imagine if I put this up here, my face disappears. I'll wear this hat for a bit. See how it turns out.
Do you have a fidget spinner? No, I don't understand what the
All right.
obsession is.
I
with
think
the
I talked to.
fidget
Did I talk? So,
We talked briefly about
okay,
this.
so I was talking to you about this. What is the deal with the fidget spinners, guys? I don't understand.
Number one, where did it come from? Number two, why is it everywhere?
Like you go on Amazon, you click on exercise and sports and recreation and exercise, and the top page is fidget spinners. It's like the yo-yo craze from like 10 years ago or whatever. That was even more than that now.
More than that. I was hardcore at the yo-yo phase.
It's like
I won a yo-yo competition in high school.
What?
Yep. If I had a yo-yo over here, I'd do some tricks for you.
We need a P.O. box so someone can send Neil a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Neil's favorite team is the Canadians. Why is a Jackets fan saying he hates my team? What do you guys think about this? Move Detroit back to the West and put a team in Quebec City. Detroit does not want to go back to the West.
No, it wouldn't. They're just below Toronto. They're in the same time zone, aren't they?
It says who? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Toronto and Detroit's in the same
I think
time
so,
zone.
yep.
Yeah. What do you think about the Memorial Cup? I just don't have time. My favorite team is Montreal. Losing Johansson is definitely a blow, but they're a pretty gritty team, so I think they can fight back, maybe. I just got my braces tightened. Did you have braces?
Mm-mm.
I've never had braces, and I've always wondered what it would be like. Like, as a kid, I can't imagine.
I wished I
Being
would
a
have had
kid.
them on.
Me too.
I felt bad for my parents. Like my sister had them done, and my parents thought about doing mine at the same time. But I felt bad because they were so expensive that I said no. In retrospect, I should have had it done.
Jim Houston? I do like Jim Houston. What's your favorite NHL player?
I think I answered this earlier. It's Bergeron. I'm not saying he's the best. He's just probably my favorite. I think he's good for two-way, and I think like in terms of human beings, I think he's just one of those like good guys. Like I think Sean Thornton once said that Patrice Bergeron is the kind of guy you hope your daughter marries. So, you know, that just shows you how much of a stand-up kind of guy he is. He's definitely going to be the next captain of the Bruins.
Beth 182. What team are you rooting for to win it all now?
I'm going for Nashville.
I am too. I don't want to say that because of Ottawa.
Yeah.
I mean, a Canadian team, but I'd love to see Nashville win.
If it's Ottawa and Nashville in the final, I'll probably switch to Ottawa. Let's just say that.
What is your favorite Wild player? Not Parise minus Charlie Coyle. Mikko Koivu for sure.
I actually have not been following the Providence Bruins at all.
No, we don't follow much AHL. It's tough because there's no like local teams that are even close in the AHL or the.
No.
I mean, the Sea Dogs are the closest team, and they're in the Quebec Major Junior League, and that we should make an effort to go see a Sea Dogs game next year. Can you like your Twitter now? It's at Post to Post Show. Radulov or just Chara? I'll take Radulov any day of the week. Neil, how about the Rangers beating Montreal? Yep, Montreal deserved to lose. I'm okay with Montreal losing. What is your least favorite team? Boston Bruins.
No way.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your favorite Oiler player? Not McDavid. Patrick Maroon.
In a way, your least favorite team isn't your least favorite team, though, or the team you like the least.
Well, you always hate the teams that knock out your team in the
Because
playoffs.
if I said, here, Neil, I got a ticket to go see Montreal versus Boston, or I got a ticket for Montreal versus Carolina, what ticket are you going to take?
Yeah, you appreciate the rivalry.
That's right.
You appreciate the story.
Zach, braces are worth it. Get them now. You'll be happier later.
Yeah, braces for the win.
AHL show TSN had back in the 90s. AHL Rinkside. I do not remember that.
The Taco Bros. I watch you guys every day. You guys are the best YouTubers ever. Tell your friends. Share this channel.
Who won the Subban-Weber trade?
I don't know if there is a... Well, I mean, if Nashville wins the Cup this year, I think you'd have to say Nashville.
One team's playing, the other one's not, but you can't just say that.
I think it was a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, Mr. Know Who 61, there was someone in the chat who was keeping us updated with the Spitfire Sea Dogs game, so...
Do you like Star Wars?
You're not going to walk all the way over there. Neil has a collection of Star Wars cups on his fridge right now.
Anything else Star Wars? Oh, I do, but they're way over there.
Is Philly going to be good? I think Philly is going to be good eventually, yeah.
Let's go look at awkward. Yes.
I can't read the chat anymore.
I like Star Trek.
All right. Good enough.
I like Star Trek better.
That's fighting words, Savet.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think
I am
should start
100% Trek over Star Wars. I'm going to bet 90% of this chat is Star Wars over Trek. So go easy on us, guys. We know. Got my phone charged up. I'm back, boys.
Jeez.
You know, I want to make a comment. Neil and I were looking at the YouTube stats and the podcast stats a while ago, and it's unbelievable how much people watch and listen on mobile devices now.
I don't watch any YouTube on my phone.
It blew us away.
Yeah.
Like, mobile devices are by far the highest. Like, computer is like this much. Mobile devices is like this much.
And I'm on my phone so much, and maybe it's just a generational thing, but like I don't watch anything on my phone.
It blew our mind. Like, you always hear people saying that, you know, people aren't buying computers as much anymore. You know, most of the internet's done on mobile devices, and I never believed it. You can't. Those stats don't lie. It just blew us away.
No, I've never watched Clone Wars, the TV show.
That's the animated one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
Harry Potter is better?
The twisting or the dueling dragons in Harry Potter and Universal Orlando are freaking awesome roller coasters.
Yeah.
By the way, Universal Studios Florida on May 25th, which is in 5 days from now, is opening their third park. Did you know that?
Their third park?
The third park.
What's it called?
You got Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure. The new one is, what's it called? Is it Volcano Bay? Does anyone in the chat know? It's like a mega pro water park. It's like a huge volcano in the middle of it.
When do you think Ovechkin will win the cup? Maybe never. I don't know. Favorite Star Wars episode? I need to think. 5. I'm about the same age as you guys. You're older. You're still older. Steve, you know what's up. What kind of music do you listen to? My music goes all over the place. Today I was listening to country music at work, but I listen to Pink Floyd. Sometimes I'll get in Pink Floyd moods. Avenged Sevenfold. I really like In Flames. In Flames is one of my favorite bands. Megadeth. Every once in a while I listen to some Megadeth.
Megadeth and country.
Sometimes I get into some hardcore guitar and I trail off into Yngwie Malmsteen, and I don't know, I'm all over the place with music.
When I had Sirius in my car, it was on BPM pretty much the entire time.
BPM.
BPM, Electric Area, that's the two I had.
No, do not make a hack.
Do not make hacks.
If you even mention that word again, I'll ban you from this channel. Hacking is not good. Be respectful. I'm sure that the Colorado fans wish that they had have gotten a better pick than that, but I mean they can't be too upset with 4. Alexis on Fire is pretty good. They're a little screamy for me. What's my favorite YouTube channel? H3H3. Faux show. Thanks, Dangle.
I like the guy who builds stuff out in the woods.
Primitive technology.
Primitive technology, yeah.
Is Ben Bishop better off in Dallas or Winnipeg? I think Ben Bishop is better off in Dallas. I think it's closer to his hometown, which I think is St. Louis. But I think Ben Bishop also played junior hockey, or not junior, but in Dallas. So
the guy on YouTube says, "Why don't you guys like Pittsburgh?" It's not a matter of not liking Pittsburgh. It's just Pittsburgh's been winning. For me, anyway, Pittsburgh's been winning a lot lately, and I
have full respect for Pittsburgh and what they've done. It's just I love to see new teams. I love to see new blood in the playoffs, and it's just there's been so much Pittsburgh recently that I just sick of watching them.
Stanley asks, what made you decide on Post to Post? I assume for the name.
I had so many different ideas made up when I was sending them to Justin on Facebook, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like that one. Oh yeah, I like that one." And then I'm looking at them all, like I was thinking like the breakaway and like just, hockey terms. And Post to Post was my favorite. Number one, because you can make an acronym of it, like P2P or whatever. And I felt it would look good on a logo because it's just easy to, like, you just read it and it's just like, it's not complicated. It's just so easy. You could just, Post to Post, it's easy to say, it's just, I don't know. Where do I live? We live in New Brunswick, Canada.
Do you like Gary Bettman, typical Bruins fan?
No, I hate Gary Bettman.
No. Who likes Gary Bettman?
What's your favorite coach?
I think Babcock's my favorite coach.
Really? I think Babcock's overrated.
I don't. I think Team Canada picks him for a reason.
I'm going to say...
Joel Quenneville's pretty good, too.
That's tough. I'm going to say Todd McClellan. The Olympics, too much to say. We made an Olympic video on the channel. Definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it. Kirk Muller. I'll choose the Ducks over the Kings.
What is your favorite moment of players tearing up after losing? Definitely when Toronto lost that 4-1 lead with 9 minutes left.
That was bad.
I mean, if you were a Bruins fan, that was like the greatest day of your life. Honestly, I felt terrible for Reimer.
Yeah.
Like, I felt so bad for him. He was just laying on the ice. I kind of get a soft spot for goalies when in situations like that.
Gary Bettman or Jar Jar Binks?
I think one and the same.
I'd choose Jar Jar.
Ask Neil if he wants to be a commoner. Commissioner, maybe? I don't know.
Commissioner? Yeah, no thanks. Too much stress. I was going to make a YouTube channel a while back called
Get the Puck Over It.
The idea died.
See, one thing that's funny when commentators are doing the games, they'll say, and he gets the puck out, and sometimes they'll say it really fast, and it sounds like they're saying something else.
Yeah. Do you know the hockey guy, Devin? Or you just mean you're going to comment and tell him? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Whew. Man, oh man. I don't know if I have a favorite Star Wars character. Like, we're both into Star Trek more than we are Star Wars.
I think my favorite Star Wars character is Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to answer that question.
You see your favorite Star Trek character?
That's a good question.
Because this is a conversation that we could probably have for hours.
Are you happy with Claude Julien leaving and Bruce Cassidy becoming the coach? I wasn't at first because it seems like the Bruins are just kind of passing the torch to the second in command. Kind of the same thing with Buddy Boy. It turned out okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with Claude Julien in Montreal. Who is winning, the Pens or Sens? The Penguins won 3-2.
Game is over. Swap jerseys, please. No way.
That one's a large. It doesn't fit me that well. Even this one is a little big.
Con. Does everyone like McDavid? I think everybody loves McDavid. Dad Taylor says, I was working in Toronto the night of that collapse and enjoyed the long faces on the subway the next morning. Oh, I wish I could have been there.
Who is the worst starting goaltender right now? Man, that's a good question, but that's a hard question.
These are questions that we can't just answer.
I'm going to say both of the Dallas Stars goalies, Niemi and Lettinen.
Do you guys think spearing of the nuts deserves more harsh punishment? Absolutely. I think Anaheim is getting away with too much right now.
Who would win on a one-on-one? Sidney Crosby or Carlson? I think Carlson, because he's got the legs and the speed to do it.
Is Happy Gilmore a hockey movie or a golf movie? You're trying to start controversy in here.
Who is the best player left in the playoffs? Crosby.
What does this hat look like? Show it to me on the... Does it just look like black? Yep. That's actually not bad. You can see the outline of it. It's kind of...
It's pretty
glitchy,
freaky.
though.
It's freaky.
I forgot I was wearing it.
Oh, snap.
How's this hat look?
I'm down. You want an unrelated hockey hat?
No.
Who is your favorite player that has over 1,000 assists? I'm going to bed. See you guys. You can post anything tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, Dangle. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, I don't think that anything is going to be posted tomorrow. But the podcast will be coming out Sunday, and then there's going to be a mascot video coming out on Monday.
How do you feel about Vancouver trashing their city? Don't feel good about that.
No, it was a pretty hard time for not just Canuck fans, but Canadian fans as well. I hate you. Read my comment out right now. You're the worst goal horn. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but I liked it.
How do you feel about hats being pre-curved these days? This is how hats should come.
Yes.
This whole flat hat.
I'm not down with the flat hat.
I can't pull that off. Can't do it.
It's not yeah. It's more that I can't pull it off more than I don't like it. It just doesn't look good on me.
Your opinion on Draisaitl's spear? I don't think I saw it.
I didn't see it.
No. If you guys had to choose one player to be on your team in a Game 7 of the Cup Finals, who would it be? I'd have to go with Kessel. I think I just have to take Crosby. Who will win the Cup? I'm going to say Anaheim. Do you guys think it's time for teams like Boston and San Jose to go full rebuild? I don't think...
I'm going to say no.
Boston's not in the position. San Jose is kind of there, but not really. Once they get rid of some contracts, they'll be able to bring in some good guys. I don't think I've ever bought in a hat and put a curve in it myself.
Really? I mean, you used to always have to put...
yeah, because I used to take a baseball and then elastics around it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's old school.
That was a while ago, though. No, unfortunately, we haven't watched any of the Memorial Cup.
Justin is cool unless he's talking about the Caps. Then he's just kind of mean.
Yeah.
He said he's fired up for the podcast tomorrow, so he'd probably be mean about other things.
What's your favorite NHL team, please?
Say the Ottawa Senators. Not the Ottawa Senators.
No. Montreal Canadiens. Who's going to win the 2017 Cup? Ducks. Hopefully Nashville, though. Penalty shot for the Stanley Cup. Any player, old or new, who do you want taking the shot? TJ Oshie.
I don't want a player taking a penalty shot for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Would you rather watch Senators hockey or soccer?
Senators hockey. No offense to soccer, but...
View on the new Red Wings arena. I actually don't know anything about it, but it's sad for the fans there to see that the old arena go bye-bye, but it's inevitable. Each team will go through that at some point. How do you think the Flyers are going to do next season? Much better than this season.
Good night, Mom.
Ranking on NHL arenas. Unfortunately, we can't do that because we've only been to... You've been to two, and I've been to 2, so 3. We've been to the same one once, so we just couldn't do it. Do you like the Blues? Yes, I do like the Blues. I think they're ranked number 4. I think they're my 4th favorite team. I forget my rankings, but... Do you think the Habs will trade Pacioretty or Galchenyuk? And if not, who do you think they will trade? I hope they trade Galchenyuk. I'm not a big fan of Pacioretty, but I hope they trade Galchenyuk. Why do you think the Ducks are gonna win the Cup? I don't know. I just had a good feeling about them before the playoffs started. When we made our playoff prediction video before round 1 started, I picked the Ducks to win, so I have to stick with my prediction now. Can you please follow me on Instagram? Comment on one of my Instagram things, and I'll maybe follow you back.
How do you feel about Ottawa not selling out in games first 2 rounds?
Unfortunate, but...
If you watch Tim and Sid went on a huge rant about that. And I pretty much agree with everything he said.
Little Caesars Arena? Yeah, that's a little strange. John, how old are you?
Do you think the Sens have a shot at winning the Cup? Yes. I think all 4 teams have a shot right now.
Hi, never known if you have noticed me in the comments, and if you had to pick a team you think is due for a Stanley Cup.
Overdue for a Stanley
Cup? Buffalo Sabres. Because they got shafted. Back on the foot in the crease thing. When do you think the Coyotes will dip out of Arizona?
It's going to be a while yet.
Yeah, Bettman won't give up.
Getzlaf and Perry or Korea and Solani? Ooh.
I love Jordy Ben. I think I have to take Getzlaf and Perry. John, do you live in the Detroit area? Can you do a hockey trick shots video?
No.
My hockey stick is in a different province, so no, I can't. If you could make an arena, what would his name be? Post to Post Arena.
Post to Post Place. Gotta keep the P's.
Yeah, Post to Post Place.
Post to Post Place, and everyone who's a subscriber to this channel can get them to the first game.
Season tickets. Patrick Kane's cup-winning goal versus the Flyers, awesome or terrible? I think it was awesome because he was the only person in the rink who knew that it went in, it seemed like. What's up, Poison Taco 55? Do you go to school? No, we are beyond school.
Beyond school. Thank you, Oak. Maybe next time we'll get Justin to show up.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate, I mean, some of these names have been here for the entire time, so we appreciate you guys sticking around. I think we've planned to live stream for about 2 hours, and it's been 3 hours and 22 minutes-ish, or about 3 hours, I guess, so we appreciate all you guys sticking around. Did you play hockey as a kid? I did play hockey as a kid.
I was very fast, but I was not great. I was okay. I played competitive every year.
Were you a goal scorer?
No. I was always the fastest player on the team. Like when we did what do they call it? The skills competitions at provincials.
Yeah.
I got to do the speed skating competition, but I was never a goal scorer. I was more of a speedy kind of setup dude.
Yeah, I wasn't a goal scorer either. I was all set up. Who do the Caps have to sacrifice to win a cup? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
Devin says, Justin is the best bad guy. I don't mean that to be mean. He's just good at it. He loves it.
He likes to be the villain.
He embraces it.
Yeah. Do a 24-hour live stream? No, thanks. I did a 7-hour and 20-minute live stream on the trade deadline day, which is on this channel. And it destroyed me. I had no voice for like 4 days afterwards.
I'd do a 24-hour stream.
You do a 24-hour stream?
Yep, but I don't know if I could just sit here and talk for 24 hours. I have to do something else while I was doing it.
Like what?
I have no idea. Do people even do 24-hour streams on YouTube where they just talk?
I don't know.
Because and people do 24-hour streams when they're playing games. I don't know of anyone that just sits here and talks to chat for 24 hours. That's awesome if they do.
That'd be hardcore.
You need to get better seats for that, though.
Yeah. I was a 76 subscriber. Never forget. Stanley, you're the man.
Will there ever be a Canadian Stanley Cup? If so, who? There will be, but probably not in the next 5 years, according to these guys.
Canadians suck. Thanks. You can't say Canadians suck. We're nice. Is Justin's dad ever going to be on the show? YouTube needs the hockey wisdom
of staying the man.
Yeah, I think he's
do the 24-hour Walmart challenge. Our Walmarts are not open 24 hours.
Justin's dad is really, really hockey knowledgeable, as you probably know, John. He's very passionate about his hockey. Yes, I do think the Caps should give their captaincies to someone else. Do a 24-hour Walmart challenge.
Did you go to LA? You've been to LA, haven't you?
I have been to LA once, but it was only like to land there and drive through to Universal. This is the worst gay porn I've seen.
Good. No offense. This is a hockey stream. Do you guys see the Oilers fans singing the anthem? Is that when the mic went out with the guy on the guitar? Yeah. That was funny because you could hear him on TV singing fine, but I guess the fans in the arena couldn't hear him. That's pretty cool when stuff like that happens.
Oh, no, not Canada Canadians. The Habs Canadians. If you had a job at McDonald's and paid 1 cent every second and you work 1 hour, would
you take the job?
No.
1 cent an hour. No, 1 cent every second.
Every second.
60 cents a minute.
A minute.
Times another 60 for the hourly wage. That's like $30-some an hour.
That's like 100. I think that's only $12 an hour.
I don't know.
I'm not smart enough to do this math in my head.
I've been up too long now. It's getting late. Do you like roller coasters? Heck yeah, I like roller coasters.
I'm all about roller coasters. All about roller coasters.
We're going to have a sub day where we all go to friggin' Busch Gardens and we're going to ride friggin' roller coasters all day long. That'd be awesome.
Which defenseman would you actually want to see in a shootout? Probably Carlson.
Torrey Krug. Which team do you think has the best fans? Winnipeg.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Although I gotta say, the Nashville fans, Their last couple home games were pretty rocking.
Carey Price and Weber versus Patrick Watt and Subban.
How do you feel about a team in Milwaukee and a rivalry between the Hawks? I don't know anything about Milwaukee. It's hard to say.
Rangers Buffalo Winter Classic. Actually pretty happy to see both those, or to see Buffalo in a Winter Classic for sure. I don't know about the Rangers. Will the Coyotes win a cup ever? I don't think so.
Do a meet at Canada's Wonderland. I've been to Canada's Wonderland.
I might be going to Canada's Wonderland at the end of August.
They have an African lion safari that's near Canada's Wonderland, which was pretty cool. And there's this old wooden coaster. I mean, it was there when I went last time. It was a while ago now, and it was crazy.
Yeah, we went to Busch Gardens.
We went
ago.
down, us and my wife and a couple friends, we went down and rented a, what do you call those? Basically, we rented a house.
Timeshare.
Yeah, it's kind of like a timeshare kind of deal. In Davenport, Florida, and we kind of did the...
Yeah, I'll change my jersey. Do you want a different jersey?
No, I don't want a different jersey. PK Subban or Shea Weber, like we said, hard to say.
I'll take
What team does Justin's dad like?
Penguins.
He's a Penguins fan too, apparently. Have you ever broke a bone?
Yeah, rib.
I've never broken a bone, but I fell at work in January. My hip's been busted for like 4 months now, and it's still taking forever to heal. So it doesn't count as a broken bone, but it's taken forever to come back.
I don't know if you can see that, but
Yeah, show them, not me.
well, I was at first. Broke that pinky and a rib.
I kind of want to go to Six Flags too. I've never been to a Six Flags before.
And that was that place in Ohio?
So someone in here said they were from Michigan. I don't know if that person's in here anymore. Apparently, there's a theme park in Michigan.
I think it's in Ohio.
No, it's in Michigan, and it was on Nerve Center on TV.
Oh, and okay.
And I can't remember the name of it. It's seasonal, obviously, so it's only open in the summer, and it's got like 19 or 17 coasters on it. If anyone here is from Michigan and knows what I'm talking about, can you please give me that? Because I want to go there too. It's not Six Flags. It's something else. I just can't remember the name of it.
Because what's the one in Ohio called?
I have no idea.
Oh, dang it! What's it called? I gotta look it up. What's it called? It's called Cedar Point.
Cedar Point, okay.
Cedar Point. Yeah, I want to go there.
Maybe I am thinking of Cedar Point.
Yeah, Cedar Point.
I thought it was in Michigan.
No, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe it is Cedar Point.
I've had this jersey since
It is Cedar Point. It's in Ohio. Okay.
'97.
I think you're talking about Cedar Point. Yeah, it's definitely Cedar Point. I don't know why I thought it was in Michigan.
How many hockey games have you been to? I saw the Montreal Canadiens play the Hartford Whalers in 1994. I saw the Montreal Canadiens play the Philadelphia Flyers. I saw the Montreal Canadiens play the Carolina Hurricanes. I saw the Montreal Canadiens play the Atlanta Thrashers. I saw Toronto play the Islanders this year. That's it for me.
For games?
Yeah. See?
I seen Boston and Montreal in Montreal, and Boston won. And then the next day it was Montreal against... I can't even remember now. It was so long ago. And Montreal won that game. And then I've gone down to Boston 3 years, and each time they've played the Penguins, and all 3 times Crosby was hurt, and all 3 games they lost. So I have not seen Boston win at home yet. Which is disappointing when you're spending that much money for a ticket, but that's kind of how it goes.
Habs suck. Thanks.
I went to 5 games last season. Don't feel bad. Feel friggin' privileged. I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah. The closest NHL city to us is Montreal, and it's like 8 hours away or something like that. I'd love to go to the Winter Classic. I would love to go to the Winter Classic. If I was rich, I'd go see a lot more games. Season ticket holder with the jackets.
That's awesome.
Devin, we need to be friends, buddy.
So, as a season ticket holder, Devin, do you get to go to like the, what do they call them? Like, it's not like a shareholders meetings, but don't they have meetings for with season ticket holders to kind of explain the business and kind of they get like, how does that work? I've always wondered about that. Cedar Point is awesome. I've been there so many times. I suggest you go there. There's a roller coaster called the Dragster that is 5 seconds but goes 300 feet high. Holy.
Biggest highlight of the entire NHL season?
I don't know if that's my biggest highlight, but it definitely was one of the most shocking things.
Toronto making the playoffs was pretty huge. Edmonton making the playoffs for the first time in a while was pretty huge.
I think Matthews 4 goals on his first game was pretty huge.
Yeah, that was amazing. You guys should just come to Anaheim. The tickets are $20. Yeah, well, the flights there are $800. So.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky. What classes did you take in junior high? I didn't have a choice. I grew up in a town with there's 21 people in my class. I didn't have a choice of courses. I just did what they gave me.
Tell me if you agree with this. Okay, so if you're young, I don't mean if you're young, but if you're in junior high now or high school, do you think there's courses that you thought at the time were total crap and totally disinterest you, and now they're things you might like?
Well, no.
Really?
No. I didn't have choices like you though.
So you didn't get. See, when we went to high school, at my high school at the time, there was 3,200 people that went there. It was a huge.
Yeah.
And you basically got this huge book, and you got to pick which courses you wanted to take. And there's stuff at the time that I thought was dumb and I would never like, and now that I'm older, I kind of appreciate it a little bit more.
I played hockey from the age of 4 to 19. Have you ever been to an outdoor NHL game? I have not, but I'd love to. We live in New Brunswick, Canada.
See, I like that in that 4-goal game that Matthews had. Even when he scored his 4th goals, he just I don't know. I don't know why I'm scoring.
Yeah.
He just...
I do like Paul Byron. I don't know if I have a favorite hockey player, but I said this earlier. I like Mikko Koivu. I like Rickard Rakell. I like Jamie Benn. Paul Bunyan or Paul Blart?
Paul Blart, 100%. Crosby or Glass?
I'd probably choose the 1980 gold medal game. I'd choose Ben.
I would choose Ben over Goudreau, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but...
PK Subban has better clothing style than Don Cherry. I do like Goudreau, though, but yeah, I'd still choose Ben over. No, we don't have an official Reddit subreddit, but I've made a Reddit account. I don't really go on there a whole lot though. I usually just get stuck in the GIFs, or the GIFs, or Reddit, whatever you want to say, subreddit. Do you guys think is the funniest name in hockey? Johnny Olduya.
That's a pretty good one.
Do you think outdoor games are being overused? Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's probably something we'll talk about eventually too, because it's something that's easy to talk about.
Don't know if you saw my first comment in the chat. We did a lot of research online and then went to Nationwide Arena to finalize everything. It wasn't hard.
No, I definitely missed your last comment. No.
On a more serious note, do you think the ads should... No, I don't think Alain Vigneault should be fired. I don't think he'll be there for a while. Will Brian Flynn get traded? I don't think so. LA or Minnesota? Minnesota. If you had a job interview at Walmart and you got paid $2 every minute for 30 minutes, would you take the job for 5 days a week? I don't understand.
No, because that would be a downgrade.
I don't understand.
Unless I could do that job after my other job that I have right now.
I really like Anthony Manthadron. He's pretty great, and I think he does improve next season. It was a tough year for the Red Wings and their fans. I mean, the first year in so many years that they missed the playoffs, and that's pretty unfortunate. But they've got a lot of great young players, so the future's bright for sure.
Why do I like the Bruins? I think it's a family thing. You grew up in a Bruins.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing in the States like it is in Canada, but
Might not be.
we usually follow our father's footsteps. And
My dad is a Boston fan for everything. He likes the Red Sox. He likes the Bruins.
is it true that the 14th most powerful Canadian's name is Gerald Butts?
I can't answer that.
Will there be a PK's corner?
PK's corner. Someone asked if you're going to live stream the trade deadline. That was the original plan, but we don't know if that's going to happen right now or not. So
Okay. Sorry, I took away the chat. Yes, the reffing sucked this year. Baseball team. As a Canadian, most of us cheer for the Blue Jays.
it's probably pretty tough to be a Flyers fan the last few years. More than a few years.
Yeah.
They have a team and they just don't have goaltending.
I take Minnesota over Chicago. Here's what I want everyone to do. And I think there's about 38 people watching right now, according to the chat. I want everyone to tell me where you live. Like, I don't need to know, like, specifically what city, but if you're in Canada, tell me what province you live in. Or if you're in the United States, tell me what state you live in. I'm interested to know where everyone's watching from. Or if you're watching from the UK, or, wherever you're watching from.
If you're watching from not in North America, type in all capital letters because you're awesome. And it's really early or really late wherever you are.
Yeah. We're going to have to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, this has gone almost 2 hours longer than anticipated, so it was fun. Although in 7 hours, we're going to be starting our podcast.
Long Island, New York.
Nova Scotia.
Heck yeah.
My sister's in Nova Scotia, Halifax.
Virginia, Nova Scotia for the win. Ontario, Michigan, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Wisconsin, Ontario, St. Louis, Ontario. Lots of people from Ontario. California, St. Louis, California. North Korea.
North Korea.
I don't think you've got internet in North Korea.
Not believing that.
Nashville.
So, on trade deadline day and on draft day, do the States feeds tap into Canadian feeds, or do they have
That's a
their
good
own?
question.
Like, do you guys, like, does NBC cover the trade deadline and the, what's the other one? The draft day? Or do you guys kind of feed into TSN or Sportsnet up here? Or is it like it's NHL Network and they use Sportsnet?
Yeah.
Because we have shows up here in Canada that go all day. And I can't imagine they have that in the States. If they did, I'd be quite surprised.
Afghanistan. What time is it in Afghanistan? New Jersey.
NHL support over in the States sucks. The draft is on NBCSN.
You're having an awful night, Orbital Stride 52. Well, hopefully we can cheer you up here a little bit. Unfortunately, we are going to leave here pretty soon, but can you guys do these every Friday? I don't know. I'm usually busy Friday nights, so I don't know. Be tough. You think Toes should be traded? Taves? I mean, Toes.
Toes.
It's so late.
It's getting late. It's been a long day.
No, I don't think he should be traded.
That is the minority opinion, I think.
Yes, I like Brian Flynn.
A 45-minute segment. You know what, though, Mac? That's all you need.
Really?
It's a pretty uneventful day. Yeah. Even though it's kind of basically...
It's made out to be more in
It's like
Canada.
A super day in Canada, yeah. But yeah, TSN and Sportsnet, they bring everybody in. There's like 20 analysts on each show, and they literally start at like 7 o'clock in the morning and don't finish until an hour or two after the trades close.
Oh, goodness. It's late here. It's 12:43, and we have to get up at 7:30 to film a podcast. Or to record a podcast, I guess.
That we haven't even completely finalized yet.
Yeah.
But thanks to the chat, we know a couple things we're going to talk about.
What's your opinion on Bacon Country? What's Bacon Country?
Bacon Country. Sounds awesome.
Is that like a...
I don't know.
Like a song or a band or something? I don't know what Bacon Country is. Yeah, poor Avalanche this year. They'll do better next year. I don't see how they can do worse. Are the Caps better off trading Ovechkin? I don't know. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. It's 12:45 here right now, and it's just we gotta get up early and film a podcast. And it's been, how long has it been? 3.5 hours, 4 hours almost.
3 hours and 21 minutes.
3 hours and 21 minutes. It's been a long night. We had a lot of fun. It didn't seem like that long. It went by so fast. We really appreciate everyone coming out and saying hi and spending time with us and asking us questions and interacting with us. We'll definitely do this again in the future. This is a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next one. I don't think there's going to be any video tomorrow, unfortunately, but on Sunday there's going to be the podcast being released, and then Monday our mascot ranking video is going to go up, and then on Tuesday there should be something, I'm not exactly sure. The upcoming videos that we have planned, we're going to do a mock draft of Las Vegas. We're definitely going to do a mock draft. I just don't know exactly when. We have a ton of videos planned. The channel's been pretty slow the last 3 weeks. Justin hasn't been close to me. We usually film on our lunch break from work. He's been working from home, so he'll be back next week, and then the channel should pick up steam pretty good here. So that's everything we got for tonight. Thank you guys again. If you want to do us a favor and share the channel with a fellow hockey friend or family member or family pet, whatever you want to do, that'd be awesome. We're trying to get this channel to grow and stuff. If you like this live stream, I don't know if you can like the live stream, but yeah, leave a like, and otherwise we'll see you in the future. We'll make sure we'll do another live stream soon. All right, see you guys.